All right. I think we are live. What is good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the stream. Hope all of you guys are doing good on this awesome Thursday. We've got some housekeeping to go over before we get into the news. Me calling out media like I always do. Nothing new here. New gaming news for the Switch 2. We're going to go over some of the stuff that's happened. Pragmata tech analysis. We've got Xenosaga, but I'm going to wait for my video tomorrow. I need to research that a little bit more. So, I mean, it's easy to say, oh, there's a Xenosaga mobile game coming over, but it never got localized. And there's some other information that I want to wait before we really talk about that. So I'm going to have a video on it tomorrow. I'm going to do a little bit more research, but yeah, Xenosaga G files or whatever the heck they're called, that's getting ported over to the Switch 1. I mean, we don't know about the Western release, but we'll see about that. We've got some other gaming news to go over when it comes to just stuff happening. So we're going to talk about all of that. But let's go over to some housekeeping first. Let's get into shout-outs, then housekeeping. Or actually, housekeeping first, then shout-outs. So we are going to officially move the birthday stream to Saturday, just because a lot of stuff is coming up Friday to where I wouldn't be able to stream early enough. And it might be too late for European peeps. So I do want to give the opportunity for my Australian and European, or more like probably just European peeps, to be able to get a chance to come through. So if we did it on Friday, it'd be a little bit too late. Plus, we have some people with conflicting schedules. So we're gonna move that to Saturday. It's probably gonna be Saturday, like midday, like around 3 or 4 o'clock Eastern. So hopefully that gives everybody a little bit better opportunity to come through to the stream instead of having it Friday night, you know? So let me know what you guys think in the comment section or in the chat, more like it. And that might be better for some of you guys, because like a lot of you guys watch the Spawncast anyway, so we can probably roll like right into the Spawncast if my eyes don't fall off. So that's the Justin with the $3 dono.
Mouse PI is cool. Yuka replay lead is EHH. The changes are noticeable in the resolution for 60.
Yeah. Is the changes are noticeable in the resolution for 60. Oh, okay, so the resolution, they bumped the resolution down a lot. Is that what you're saying? Maybe not a good use of DLSS. Thank you, Justin, for the $3 dono. I have not played it yet, so I don't know, and I have not looked at any of the analysis. But yeah, you can replay 60. But yeah, I'm guessing they had to remove some features and things like that. Like that's what happens. Like when I said, like when your game's not built for Switch 2, like they need to build the game for Switch 2, or at least if their next game or whatever. So yeah. Thank you, Justin, for the $3 donut. First, Ninja Blood. Let's go. First one up. Got full extensions today, guys. Full extensions, full everything. But yeah, like I was saying, we're gonna move the birthday to 3. I'm gonna have a reminder in tomorrow morning's video. So tomorrow morning's video, I'm gonna have a reminder about the birthday celebration stuff. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm looking to get a few guests on. We're gonna have a reaction segment where you guys can put in short clips, gaming stuff for me to react to, or funny stuff for me to react to that's not like raunchy or anything like that. So I'll be doing that. We're gonna have call-in segment. This is the first time that we've ever done this too, by the way. We're going to have a couple different segments with some of my friends when it comes to content creators coming on, talk about different games. I should be able to get Stealth on, and we should be able to get Abaddon on. So that should be fun. We're going to have, of course, talking about the gaming news. We're going to talk about, I got new OJ's Bizarre Adventure story time. I got a new story. Never been told. I think I got about 2 stories. Never been told before, so we're going to talk about that, or at least very seldom told. So we're going to talk about that. So it should be good. All right, let's get into shout-outs. So if you're here in the chat, make sure you say what up. Say what up to everybody here. What's good, Dior? Welcome to the stream, man. How you doing today? Okay, guys. The Fly. Okay, the Fly. I have no idea where the Fly went. Does anybody know how long a fly can last before it dies without food or without trash or whatever it needs to survive, to lay eggs or whatever? I don't know, and I didn't look it up, and I'm not about to look it up. I hate flies. So you guys let me know. I have not seen the fly. I don't know if it flied out, then just disappeared into the void of the house. I mean, the house isn't massive, but it's not a small house, so I don't know if it just disappeared into the void. I don't know where the fly is. I never killed the fly. So I don't know what's going on with that. Hit the like button, though. Let's see here. Dior is here. What's up, Dior? General Zamora's here. Party Man is here. What's up, guys? The Three Musketeers. Kevin. EP. What up, Kevin? Ego Maniac. What's up, Ego? Welcome. And yes, we did see the Xenosaga stuff. Johnny is here. What's up, Johnny? Welcome. 91 Gamer Boy. B5K. What's up, man? Figure Drawing. What is good? King Tree Freak. What is up, man? Welcome. What is good? Zane is here. What's up, Zane? Yo, Blandry, what's up, man? Welcome. Hey, sounds like it's going to be good. Yes, it's going to be really good, the cool guy. Definitely stop by. Collier, 666, what's up, man? Welcome. Nintendo Dope, what's up, man? Welcome. What is good? What is good? Let's see here. They can live up to a month. Okay. Blandrew says up to a month. Nintendo says about 2 to 5 days. So we've got a big range there. 2 days to upwards to a month. The fly will come back with an army. I don't know where it's gonna get an army. Like, in order to, it's gotta breed an army. You need like trash. You need like something like that. There's no trash in here. Nothing for it to multiply. So I mean, it's probably in here somewhere, just chilling. So I don't know, man. Let's see here. It probably went up the vent. Ah, that's true. Yeah, could have went up the vent. Yeah, could have went up the vent. Yep. That's true. We haven't been using the air conditioner or anything though, so I mean, it's probably just up there chilling. Justin with another 3.
Can't wait for the birthday stream. Sounds like it's going to be great.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. This is gonna be the best. Like I said, like some of the ideas that I thought about doing, like the call-in shows and all that, we're gonna have all of that here. We should be able to also get an hour in of like gameplay and stuff, so we can get our Pokemon match or whatever the case is too, you know, so it should be fun. I'm trying to see if we can get it started like around maybe 12 o'clock my time, so we can have like a solid, you know, 5-6 hours before Spawncast. And once again, I mean, I'll do the Spawncast if my eyes don't fall off by then. So I'll try to make sure that I rest well beforehand and I prep and I prepare on Friday, so Saturday I can just like get right into it, you know. But I think I'm gonna have my wife buy some decorations and stuff for the place. So maybe I'll put up some, or she'll put up some stuff for me because she's good at doing all that and I'm not. What is good? What is good though? Blandrew, I mean, if you're free, Blandrew, I'd love to have you on to talk Nintendo and all that, since you stopped making videos because you suck. So if you want to come on and talk about Nintendo stuff, I'd be more than happy to do that if you have time, of course. You're a busy guy. Let's see here. Shout out to Vadset. What's up, Jay Guerrero? Welcome. Ben or Chef, what's up, man? Finally woke up early to make it to your stream. Oh man, you must be in Europe somewhere, right? Overseas. Hey, what's up, Ben or Chef? Welcome. I don't know where Speedy went to, man. They said he flew up the vents. Oh, I just had some grapes. Because I just got done with the quick workout. I've told myself this year, even if I have no time before my stream, because I was taking care of my boy, my wife was at the gym and she was doing some shopping for some house stuff. So I didn't really get much time to work out beforehand, but I said, even if I only get like 20-30 minutes, I got to work out pretty much 5 to 6 times per week. So I did a workout, so I came, my wife, she made me some quick, you know, some fish real quick. I ate that with some spinach, and then I also had some grapes here, and I had my water as well. So just trying to get a little bit of nutrition in me before my stream, just because I feel a lot better when I work out before my stream, so because I'm getting old. So yeah, there we go. 20 years the flies can stay alive. Set out the Monolith Soft Ninja. 20 years. Welcome. Sizz Music, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? GBC Cat, what's up, man? Welcome. Welcome. Dane Gonzalez is here. What's up, Dane? Big Dane in the house. Also, it's a female fly that lay eggs. It become a true problem, but most need outside. Yeah, you need like trash, or you need something to lay the eggs. So like, there's none of that in here. So I mean, unless they went up the vent, maybe they find something. So yeah, that'll be a problem. But if it's a deal, then we'll bring somebody in to fix it. You know, we'll bring the exterminator or something, climb up there and fix it. It's no big deal, man. Let's do it. I actually got Pocopia review dropping tomorrow. Nice. I like how Blandrew like takes like he'll like make videos for like a month or 2 months, and then he'll go on hiatus for like 3 years. Like that, and like he'll take like the longest breaks. I love it. It's so good. You're like, screw it, I'll do whatever I want. You know. What's up, Jay Guerrero? Welcome. Big love to Justin too. Thank you for another 3. 6 on the board. Almost about halfway for the first 15-minute extension. Let's go. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Trying to get to the platinum 139 today. Green apples are better than any apples. You know what? I used to be a big apple person. I don't buy them as much anymore, but I definitely should. But yeah, I like green apples. I like, my favorite though are Honeycrisp apples. I don't know. They don't grow good in every single state or country. But here in California, the Honeycrisp apples are absolutely delicious. You can get them from Mexico, or sometimes they're grown right here in California. So good, especially during like the most tropical times. So spring, summer, best apples. Yo, what's up, Corey? Welcome. What is good? Tomodachi Life and Pacopia has something to say about it. What does that mean? Juice. Hey, what up, Juice? Added burpees to my workout regimen. Gains have been pretty crazy. Yeah, burpees, it's a full body workout. You know, I pretty much do, I don't do like a full burpee, but I do like a weighted squat to press overhead. And yeah, it really does help out, man. It really helps out. But yeah, I did a million burpees because in football, that's all you do. You down, sit, chop, get him chopping, get him chopping, down, push up, get him chopping, down. And like, they'll make us do that crap. Oh my God. I've been doing that crap in like 100-degree heat 30 years ago, however, like freshman year in high school, even, no, like Pee-wee. Get him chopping, get him chopping. I have like PTSD from hearing the word burpee. I'm like, oh God, we're gonna be doing these for, and when somebody messes up or when someone comes late, get him chopping. You think you're better than everyone else? Huh? I remember one time I came late because my sophomore year, this brings up so many bad memories. My sophomore year, okay? So I make varsity my sophomore year, or I'm about to make varsity. We're in the summer. I have not played a single varsity game. You know, I'm a 5'5" sophomore, like 14, 15 years old. I'm playing with old 17, 18, 16, 17, and 18-year-olds. I'm 14 or 15, right? So I make varsity, and my buddy that I was hanging out with, oh my God, Shinru. Thank you for the 5 gifted. I'm gonna get you that in just a bit. I just want to get through this story real quick, Shinru. Thank you for the 5 gifted. And my buddy that I'd hang out with at his house because he lived closer to the school, so I would stay there during like the summer so I can just get to practice quick. But he was playing JV and I was playing varsity. So they had different practice time. So when he set his alarm for his practice time. Their practice time is after our practice time. So they get more sleep than we do. So I woke up late and I'm like, oh God, what time is it? I'm like, ah! I freaking get up. Like I said, I am paranoid. I'm like sprinting. And then I realize, what am I sprinting for? Let me just walk. So then once I get on there, I start walking. And then everybody sees me walking and they're like, oh no. Oh no. And then my coach is like, who do you think you are? You think you're better than everyone? Huh? You think you're so good? Huh? This isn't freshman football. And I'm like, and he's like, get him chopping! Dude almost smacked the crap out of me. And I'm like, oh my God, everyone's gonna hate me. And we got him chopping. Bro, it's like 100 degrees outside. It's summer. It's like June. They call it Hell Week. It's like June or July or something like that. And yeah, we're chopping. Get him chopping, burpees. And we chopped, and we did that for about a cool 20 minutes of just burpees. Get him chopping before we started practice. It was hilarious. Shout outs to Shinru with the 5 gifted, 5-time champion Shinru. Booker T in the house. Let's go. What's up, casual noob? Tomodachi Life. Nice. Good stuff. Shin with the 5 gifted memberships. Ayo. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. 5 gifted Shinru. Let's go get this back over 400. All right, peeps. Code alert. Code alert. Let's keep it over 400. Exclamation mark member. All lowercase. Join up. It's $1. Shout out to Shinru. Those are 5 though each that Shinru did. So I appreciate that, my boy. I really, really appreciate that. Let's go. Let's get you up on here. 21 on the board now. We've got the first extension. 9 more combos before we get to the next one. Ayo. Appreciate that, Shinru.
Overclock Buster.
Nice, good stuff with Tomodachi Life though, Casual Noob. Glad you're enjoying it. Think you're the only one on your friends list playing it? Yeah, maybe. Oh man. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, Steve? Welcome. We had some tough football practice here in Texas. Oh yeah, Texas heat, California and Texas, Florida. Some of the worst places for summer when it comes to football, man. Well, not all places in California, just more like Central California. I mean, if you're in beach, San Diego, they're freaking. That's why they never win any state championships. Their practices are nothing because they're out there in nice weather. Yo, Paul Gale with the 56 months says, Hadouken! Any Street Fighter music today? All right, I got you. Street Fighter Cammy theme. Cammy theme. I like Cammy's theme. It's great. Thank you, Paul Gale with the 56 months. Man, those 2 days in hill runs were worse. Oh, yeah, we didn't really have any hill runs, but we had stadiums. So we have to chop up the state, go up the stadium, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Let's see here. When's the Xenoblade review dropping? RGT can't get off your balls about it again. Well, if you saw my Twitter, I posted that I just finished the game last night / this morning, and I clocked 200 plus hours. I actually even played it some more today. I did some more online missions grinding for some material tickets. So I did 200 plus hours. I just finished it up. I did all the DLC. And don't worry, I've got an interesting review coming up. So that will probably be next week. I'll drop that review. But it's going to be a good one. It should be a lot of fun. What's up, Yak Diesel? Welcome to the stream. Let's see. I had basic training in San Antonio in July. It was absolutely brutal temp, humidity-wise. Oh, man, Huddy, I feel you on that one. Oh, man. That seems crazy. What's up, Yak? Yiggity Yak. General Zamora. Sinru is here as well. Yo, let's go. Shady. I remember football. I was just there to work out. Okay, you didn't worry about playing. You just wanted to get a workout in. Okay. Still work out to this day because of the skills I learned back in high school football. Nice, Sis. Let's go. Let's go. Good stuff. So are you planning on getting Mio Memories of Orbit? So glad it's a physical and only 30. Looks like a very cool side scroller. Yeah, I think I might pick that one up. When's that one physical coming out? Congrats on the Xenoblade completion. Yeah, man, it was a ride, dude. Like, I pretty much wanted to almost 100% it, do as much as I could without it getting too far, because, like, we're all the way down, like, you know, in April. So, for me to truly 100% the game, it's going to take me probably, like, another 20 or 30 hours. So I didn't want to do all that. I'm like, okay, let me beat the extra epilogue, extra chapters act. Let me beat that. Let me do as much as I can. Like, I just have a few more tyrants left. I think I have like 92% of Mira. So I'm pretty much done with the game. There isn't many percentage left. I pretty much have everything when it comes to the map. I think I have like one more normal mission left. Yeah, like one more normal green mission left. I think I have, and like at least maybe about 10 tyrants or so. Like a few on each, like the ones that are rarely, or the ones that are obviously like the you know, like the level 99 ones. I haven't beat that yet, or like the high 90s. But pretty much I've beaten almost every single tyrant in the game. So very close, getting very close to doing everything. But I just wanted to go ahead and beat the game and get the review out. So I'll have the review probably, like I said, next week. This week might be a little bit too tough to get the review out. So probably next week for the review. So it shouldn't be too long. It's probably gonna be like 15, 20 minutes. Go through each, what I liked about it, what I didn't like, what I thought was good, you know, story stuff. I gotta do spoilers though, so like some like light spoilers, or actually just some spoilers at the end of the video. I'll talk about story, beginning of the video, setup, end of the story, talk about some of the stuff that I liked and disliked compared to, and like some of the consequences or what could happen in the future for Xenoblade games, because it seems like that definitely shows a bit more, you know. So yeah, it should be good. Should be good. Playing through Breath of the Wild, finished the entire Resident Evil series. It's fire. Oh yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff. At least your review will be close to Xenoblade X Switch 2 physical launch. Well, yeah, I'll be after, but yeah, at least it'll be close to that. So I need to run through Xeno X. My backlog is on crack. Oh man, you gotta bully RGT a little about him speedrunning Xeno in comparison. Don't worry, guys. I've got a very interesting. Video. Let's just say that nothing too bad, but I'll have something to say. Let's see here. Let's see. Are you planning on getting? Oh, I already read that. My bad. Let's see here. But yeah, at least it was close to the physical launch. Footballers was mean. Was mean. I had a disability, a lot of abuse. Footballers were mean to you. Well, I mean, I think you're talking about the UK, right? You're talking about like European footballers. Well, I mean, I'm sorry to hear about that, my boy. But if it makes you feel any better, American footballers were mean to me too. I got pushed in a locker. I got bullied. I got relentlessly teased. So you were in the same book, my boy. Same boat. Same boat. They teased me too. Yak Diesel with the $10 dono. What up, Yak Diesel with the big 10? Says, how them Cali gas prices cheating you in your wallet lately? LOL. Star Fox 64 level 3 music, por favor. They're pretty bad. Luckily for me, I don't drive to work every day. I do drive sometimes when I do have to go to my other job and my other stuff that I got to do, but it's not too bad because I don't drive to work. I work from home most of the time. So not too bad, but for my wife, yeah, beating our butt. But luckily, like I said, I don't drive too much, considering my job, considering my main job at least, you know. But thank you so much, Yak Diesel. But yeah, the prices are near $6 here, so it's pretty bad. Pretty bad. I feel bad for other people that have to drive all the time, you know. Thank you so much, Yak Diesel, with the big $10. You know the Hokage and Street Just Go. Yo, guys, we are on a roll. No Paw Patrol needed. Let's go. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate that. $9.99 for my man Yiggity Yak Diesel. Anybody does $9.99 more, you can be my man Yak Diesel on both boards. Remember, if you drop a dono, get a music request in so we can play some lit music. We've had a few donos and really nobody's asked for anything. So Yak Diesel, if you want a track, let me know. Justin, if you want a track, let me know. And I will play it for you. Paul Gale, we did get some Street Fighter music for him, so that was awesome. But yeah, it's all good. Thank you guys so much. Yak D, first JoJo as well too. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. And of course, 30-minute extension. Excuse me, 30-minute extension. Unlock.
Overclock Buster.
Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate that. What's on the next? What's next on the docket for you after Xeno X? I'm not sure. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out soon because obviously I'm wrapping up Xeno here, so I'll figure that out. I'm still kind of playing it a little bit, you know. So I'm thinking it's going to be. I might probably go back to Trails in the Sky, like first chapter, and get that completely finished. But I'll say this now, I like Xenoblade X way more. I know people say Trails in the Sky is better. The first, like, it reviewed way better, and it's better. I don't think so. I think Xenoblade X destroys it. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. Like, even as early, like, you know, I'm 30 plus hours into Trails in the Sky now. And obviously, story and all that gets better and better. But gameplay-wise, I like Xeno X way more. And Xenoblade games way more.
I have to drive to the stores I work. The gas prices have been kicking my butt.
Yeah.
Lol, can I get some jazzy music?
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I mean, how bad is it over there in Tennessee? Is it just as bad, Justin, or is it how we looking over there? Because where I'm at, yeah, it's near $6. Actually, a lot of places it is $6. Like if you're not careful, like at Chevrons and stuff, it's $6 plus for like the premium gas places. So I got to go like to the fast trips and all that to get it a little bit cheaper. Thank you, Justin, for another 3. Jazzy NYC. Get Jazzy NYC going for you. Thank you so much, Justin. I appreciate that. Will you play Pocopia now? Yeah, I'll probably go back to Pocopia. Maybe Trails in the Sky or Pocopia. I need to finish Trails in the Sky, though, so I can get the second chapter. So, fuel prices were a shocker to me when I moved countries. In my home country, fuel is cheaper than water. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, where you're at. There's an abundance. Why is the media ignoring the bad PS5 price hike? They're ignoring it because PS5. Here's the reason why. We're gonna get into that right now. We're gonna get into it. Let me just get a bit more through some of these other people, some shout outs and stuff like that. Epic Lobster, what's good? The story doesn't get better, truthfully. Looks like the second game is where the story actually starts. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I just like characters moving in and out of your party, certain things. Like, I don't like the structure and flow. Like Xenoblade X, like you get your you get your party members, you add on, then you can use whoever you want. I don't like giving me a character then taking the character away. I really like, that's like a pet peeve of mine in video games. Like, don't give me a character then take him away after a chapter. Like, and I know maybe you'll get them back later, but I really hate that. I don't care if it makes sense with the story or not. Just don't do that in games. Like, don't make stories where characters like come through and then go away, come through then go away. I really hate that. And Trails in the Sky first chapter does that like a bunch of times, and I really don't like that. Like, it's annoying. Like, and I don't know if I've ever said that, but it is. Like, I don't like that. Obviously, as I've made it very clear here. So, Xenoblade lets you keep all your characters. Xenoblade X, I can use whoever I want. I can make dream teams. I can look at the tier list and see who's the best characters, and I optimize, and I can optimize my builds. It's just way more fun. It's just way more fun to play that game. Trails in the Sky first chapter is so robotic at times in terms of, I mean, the combat system's good and like what you can do. Like, I do like a lot of it, but it doesn't flow as much as Xenoblade. Once you get a hang of what you're doing, Xenoblade flows way better. Like, every Xenoblade game flows way better than any Legend of Heroes game that I've played. So I don't know. We'll see. Once again, we will see. Close to 7 in LA. Whew, that's wild. Oh, I actually asked for Star Fox level 3 music. Oh, you did? My bad. I'll get that right after this. Star Fox 64 level 3. We'll get that next. Level 3 music. Sorry about that. It's really close with me when I get to Trails in the Sky versus Xenoblade X, but I feel like the lore in Xenoblade X gives it a bit of the lead. I think once, I guess maybe you get Trails in the Sky first chapter is the first game in the series, so I think once you get towards like the end, it's like, okay, the lore gets just as good, if not better, considering the amount of games there are. But yeah, right now I'm not seeing it. Right now I'm not seeing it. I am not seeing it right now. Which, once again, it can change by, like, you know, the 3rd chapter of the game. We'll see, but it just feels like Xenoblade is way more grandiose and like just like handled way better, just in my opinion. But you know, you routinely see, you know, Trails in the Sky obviously reviewed much better than like Xenoblade X.
Valuable items.
Let's see here. Hyper Bison with the gifted membership. Ayo, thank you so much, Hyper Bison, with the 1 gifted membership. Hey, we out here tonight. Let's go. Gifted memberships coming in. Shinru, I forgot to put your name up here though. We got to put your name up here, Shinru. We got to put your name up here, bro. All right, Star Fox music up next. Level 3. I don't know what level 3 music is. It doesn't say it. So I am going to just, I think this one comes up. So we're just going to play this one here. Thank you so much, Hyper Bison, over here with the gifted membership. Let's go ahead and get some points on the board for you. 37 combos up. Let's go. 8 more. And we've got another 45-minute extension. I play Xenoblade over Luigi's Mansion. I always pick Xeno. Don't Xenoblade 2 characters leave the party a whole bunch of times? No. Xenoblade 2 characters, they stay there. I mean, I think outside of Random or whatever, yeah, like he gets clapped, but no. All your characters stay there pretty much the whole time. There might be some slight times like where you don't have like you don't have Pyra or Mithra because of a situation, but for the most part, no, you keep all your characters, you keep all your blades too, because Xenoblade has a unique system to where you have, you know, the driver and then you have multiple blades for like the Master Driver Rex, and then you have other characters, of course, with their drivers. But no, Xenoblade Torna, Xenoblade 2, you pretty much keep your characters the whole time. Everybody's there for pretty much the whole game. Let's see here. I haven't heard them before, to be honest. But I heard first chapter is considered pretty slow pacing. The second chapter is universally considered the best game in the trilogy. Okay, yeah, I hope so, because people were, I mean, listen, I like first chapter. I think it's good, but people were hyping it up like it was way better than Xenoblade. The reviews came in like it was way better than like Xeno 2 and way better than Xeno X, and I'm like, yeah, that's not what I just played. I just finished Xeno X, and no, absolutely not. Like, I don't think it's even close. And like I said, I put 30 hours plus into into Trails in the Sky first chapter compared to Xeno X. Xeno X like destroys it. Like I said, I don't think it's close. I don't think it's close. So I don't know. Like I said, I said look at the review scores and all. That's all. You know, because they both came out in 2025. Xenoblade X came out in 2025 for the Switch 1. Trails in the Sky first chapter came out in 2025. So they came out like around the same time. I think Xenoblade was what, March, and then Trails in the Sky was September. So we had those for big RPGs for that year. And I was like, oh yeah, Trails in the Sky's better. Like, it's rated higher. And I'm like, okay. But I played 80 hours of Xenoblade 1 on the Switch 1, or Xenoblade X on the Switch 1. And then I played 30 hours, and I'm thinking, no. I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe because it's the 60 FPS or whatever, right? And then now I'm playing in 60 FPS, and it's like, well, no, it's. I mean, even the 30 FPS version is better than this. So I don't know, man. Let's see. Enjoy both Xenoblade and Trails. I love them unconditionally. Okay, yeah, I feel you on that one. I like Trails. I think Trails is good. I just don't know about people telling me, like, I don't know if it's, 7 points better on a Metacritic over Xenoblade X. Like, I don't see how that's a thing, at least not first chapter. Let's see here. It's leagues ahead. I don't know. Yeah, I think they don't understand Xenoblade. Like, I think that they don't understand the combat system, and I think that combat systems that give you, at least in today's day, that give you more direct control over your characters compared to a Xenoblade, which is kind of confusing with how it even works. Like, I'll be honest, I had trouble understanding Xenoblade X's combat system. It's not easy, and it feels like it doesn't give you good explanations of, like, the arts. Like, you know what they do, but you don't really know what arts are good or not. Like, you got to do a lot of trial and error, and honestly, it wasn't until the very end of the game when I actually looked at, like, the strategy. Like, okay, well, who's the best character? Who are the best characters in the game? What's their best arts? I'm like, oh, these are their best arts. And like, once you do that, it becomes like, okay, you can just rip through everything. But like, I mean, I understood, I had a general good understanding. Like, obviously I could beat the game, no problem. But after I beat the game, I wanted to look and see, okay, well, what makes a character good or not? Because I never really knew that too much. I mean, I knew it in Xenoblade 3 to a degree. Xenoblade 2, I knew it as well. Xenoblade 1, yeah, for the most part. But Xenoblade X is just like difficult. It's a little bit difficult because there's so many characters too. Like, you have to, there's like a lot, like, who's good, who's not, how do you know? There's so many moves, so many characters, so many different classes and styles. So I think that's really what trips reviewers up when it comes to like Xeno X or anything like that. Oh, I see. I didn't hear that discourse comparing them. Hype for a second chapter in Xenoblade when the updates drop. Yeah. Trail series may seem a bit overrated to me, mainly due to a very passionate fan base, but maybe I'm crazy. I mean, I need to finish first chapter, but from what I've played, I'm not going to say overrated, but I'm going to say I don't see how people talk about it as if it's like way better or even as good as Xeno. Like, I don't see it based off the Trails, the Legend of Heroes and Trails games that I've played. I don't see it. I've played Trails from Zero. I've played Cold Steel. I've played first chapter. I don't see it. I don't see it yet. So I'm going to keep trying though. I'm going to finish first chapter. I'm going to get into second chapter. I'm going to do the third chapter whenever they do that. Like, I'm going to go in order and I'm going to play the games. But from what I've played, I don't see it. I do not see it. I think Xenoblade is significantly better. But, like I said, maybe I'm stupid. I think I might be stupid. So there's also that angle as well, Like, there's... What's up, Daniel? Welcome, man. How you doing today? Welcome. Said Xenoblade 1 was tough. Xenoblade 1 and X were tough for you to get a hang of. Yeah. X, I think, is maybe the toughest because not only do you have the ground units, you have so many characters, but then you also have the Skell. So then what makes a Skell good? What makes what do you do? Like, all the different colors, like the soul voices, like it's actually really difficult. I don't think it's easy, Justin with another 3 as well. What's up, Justin?
I like Xenoblade more, but I will say the ending and last part of Trails in the Sky was so good.
Okay. Shout outs. Thank you so much, Justin. I appreciate it. It does take you back to the top, and that's what everyone says. Like, it's so good, like the last ending parts, but like, I just finished Xenoblade X and the epilogue content, and like, my eyes were like that one guy's eyes with the white hair, like when he was in that area and he was like, oh, what's happening? That's what I was doing. I was like, oh my gosh. I had the same same look on my face as he had when he was looking at all that stuff, and you see certain characters float by on those you-know-whats, and I'm like, oh my God. So, I don't know, man. That ending sequence was pretty dope for me, too. I thought it was really good. So, once again, we'll see, though. We'll see. I'm gonna finish everything out. Here. Justin with the $12. You are now the, once again, Hulk Hogan. Anybody does 12 or more, you beat up, man. Justin, 40 on the board. We are going along. Combo breaks. 5 more combos. Got a 45-minute extension. Ayo. Let's go. Let's see here. Trails is also on PlayStation. That's why some people say it's better. I think you can also flip that and say that Xenoblade's only on Nintendo, so that's why some people think it's better. You know, I'm coming at it from but I can see what you're saying, though. Because it's available on more platforms. Trails is also available on PC. So Xenoblade's not officially available on PC, and obviously it's not available on PlayStation. If Xenoblade was on PlayStation and PC, would more people think that it's good? Probably. I mean, yeah, probably. Would more people think that it's actually a lot better? Probably. I think more people would probably think it's better. So okay, I see what you're saying, Rembrandt. Or is it R? I don't know how to say your name. Rembrandt or Rembrandt? I don't know how to say it. R-E or R-R. I'm just gonna call you EMBT. Yeah, I see what you're saying for sure. My jaw dropped when I watched that scene. Leaves so many more questions in the future of Xeno. It really does. Like, it really connects, and it makes me a new believer in Monolith Soft's next game. I mean, I was always a believer in Monolith Soft's next game, but I'll talk about it more in my Xenoblade X review. Let's see here. Xeno X needs its own college course. Yeah, maybe. I had to watch a video, though, doing like a story recap, because while I understood the gist of it, I didn't understand everything. So I watched the video, like it was like a little cartoon video, just like Xenoblade X story summarized in like 15 minutes or something. And the guy did a good job of explaining the story from start to finish. The beginning all the way through, and the epilogue content, and what happens, like just the basic gist of it. And I was like, okay, now I get it now, you know? So I always have to do that after Xenoblade games. I never 100% understand everything. Because like Xenoblade, it takes so long, you forget things that happen at the beginning of the game or the middle of the game or at certain parts, because I've spent 200 hours. And most of that was not looking at story. Most of that was just fighting enemies, you know? Let's see here. Deported Sicilian with the $2 says, you need to get Monolith Soft to add you as an NPC. Maybe one of these days. They're aware of me. They're aware. Monolith Soft is aware of me. They know of who I am. Apparently, because they sent me a picture, I guess, in their office. I forgot. I don't know where it's at right now, but I got like a little picture. Like when Xenoblade 1 came out, somebody from Japan was visiting, or their team was, and like they had that picture and they gave it to it. And then like the people at the Nintendo's office was like, hey, they said, hey, you know, would you like this? That it was from them. And I'm like, yeah, of course. So it was pretty cool. So they're aware of me. I mean, they're aware I'm a big Xenoblade fan. So maybe they put me in one. Maybe I get in somehow. Maybe there's like some black guy with a beard. I'm like, hey, I don't care if he doesn't even look at me that much. I'm gonna be like, okay, that's me. That's me. They did that because of me. Deported with the 2, man. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate that. What's the video's name? What video are you talking about, Lex? Am I crazy saying Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is still my favorite story in the series? I mean, you're not crazy for that, but it doesn't really matter what your favorite story is in the series. Like, you need all the stories for the story to be complete. Xenoblade's great because of all the stories and because of the connected nature of the series. So it's irrelevant what you like the most. It's incomplete, you know? It's like, oh, I like Xenoblade 2 the most. Who cares? You still need Xenoblade 1. You still need Xenoblade 3. You still need Xenoblade X. You still need all of them. That's what makes Xenoblade awesome. It's not just any singular individual story. It's everything. And if you play Xenoblade X, you realize that. Like, that is like the true nature of everything in this. Everything's important. Everything is important. And they all are, you need all of them. So it doesn't really matter what you feel is the best individual story. Who cares? It is one small part of the overall bigger picture and what ultimately is important in Xenoblade. So keep that in mind when people say, oh, I like this. Who cares? Xenoblade 1 is great, but it's not what it is without Xenoblade 2. Xenoblade 3 is great, but it's not what it is. Like, Future Redeemed is, I want to say it's nothing, but if you don't know Shulk and Rex and what they went through and their stories, Future Redeemed is irrelevant. Just like when I talk about everybody on the Spawncast has played Xenoblade, right? When I asked them about Future Redeemed, none of them cared. None of them cared. None of them played the game, right? And the reason why is because they don't know the stories. They don't care about the stories. They just played maybe Xenoblade 1 and maybe beat that and was like, oh, well, whatever. I don't really care. What's important is all of them. And if you don't understand or like all of them, it becomes the greater story, which Xenoblade 3 Future Redeemed connects, and Xenoblade X is nothing to you. You don't care. So that's the reason why when people try to pick out one game or not, I'm like, guys, it doesn't matter. You got to know everything in order for it to be something. Otherwise, ultimately it means nothing, you know? So that's my opinion, at least, when people say that. But no, you're not crazy for liking one game's story more than the next game's story. You know, that you're not crazy for that, you know? Let's see, OJ, what's the case with all the trails, but there's 13 games that connect? There's a lot of games, so you got to go by one, you know? If I wanted to play Xenoblade, should I start with 1DE? Yes, start with 1. Start with Xenoblade Chronicles 1. I think now at this point, now that I've kind of gotten through and understand everything, you can just do it like this. You can do Xenoblade 1 DE. You can do Future Connected. You can do Xenoblade 2. Then you can do Torn of the Golden Country. Then you can do Xenoblade 3. Then you can do Future Redeemed. Then you can do Xenoblade Chronicles X DE. Then you can do that. If you go in that order, you should be okay. But honestly, man, that's gonna take you so much time. It's daunting. They desperately need a reset on with the next Monolith Soft game, Xenoblade or whatever it is. They need to completely reset because I think people kind of got a little bit intimidated with Xenoblade 3. Oh no, you don't need to know. You don't need to play the other games. But then there's like characters from Xenoblade 1 and 2 in there, you know? Then they show Shulk and they show Rex
also,
and all
I
that.
sympathize with people who can't afford games, but I say this with full disrespect. I hope that Tomodachi Life and Rhythm Heaven are the last games for a while that these pirates, oh I'm sorry, preservers get for free. Lol.
Yeah. Shout outs to Justin with another 3. Justin once again becoming one of the ultimate elites. He's already in the round table. Justin, thank you so much, man, with another $3 donor that gets us to 45 combo break. And you guys know what time it is. Noah, back at it again.
Overclock Buster!
Speaking of Xenoblade, stream clock, 45 minutes extended. Let's go. Let's go. And yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, man. You know, these pirates and all that. It seems like Rhythm Heaven is going to be the last hurrah for a while at least. So we'll see what they do afterwards. They're going into full panic mode at this point, you know. They're going into full panic mode. Let's see what finishes first. My hairline or their pirated games. I think my hairline's going to outlast them. So we'll go from there. Well, the fans will start complaining if they simplify Xenoblade. I don't think they're going to simplify Xenoblade. I have a theory of what they're going to do with Xenoblade after I've beaten this game. I have a theory, and it's a stupid theory. That's probably not going to be true, but I have a theory how they can make Xenoblade gameplay better, but not simplify it. So I have a theory. I have a theory on, or at least make it more universal without simplifying it. But like I said, we'll see. Chances are they don't do anything any of us think, and Monolith Soft pulls a crazy Monolith Soft, right? What if they're trying to create the new gen version of Xenoblade 1 in today's modern day? You guys remember when you first played Xenoblade 1 and you're like, this is like nothing that I've ever played. What is this? You know, what is this, right? It's like a lot of different things, but then like other things. It's like, it reminds me of Xenosaga or Xenogears, and it reminds me of Final Fantasy. It reminds me of like an MMO, like a Guild Wars or something. It reminds me of like all these different types of games, but it's kind of like uniquely Nintendo in some ways. Like, I think they might try to create something like that for the new age, like their version of the new Xenoblade 1, right? Where when you played that game, you were like, what is this? Is a whole different type of blend. You had the seeing the future and being able to do things to prevent you know, teammate dying or whatever, taking big damage. They might try to create something that's like that, which, once again, I'll have a video. I'll probably want to talk about that soon, but I'll have a video talking about that as well. So, just beat Chapter 6 of Xenoblade X, and what the F? I was not expecting a reference to Xenoblade 1 at all. Well, all I'll say is keep playing. Keep playing. I remember playing Xenoblade Chronicles X on the Wii U. Took me forever to get the mechs. I enjoyed the game, but it was overwhelming at first. Oh, yeah, absolutely. It is a bit overwhelming. And yes, it takes a long time to get the mechs. It really does take a hot minute. I think you don't get it to like chapter, was it 10 or 11? Like, you get the mechs in one chapter, but then you can't fly till like a couple more chapters or something like that. So, I'm intimidated by the series. It's so big. Yeah, exactly. That's a lot of people are intimidated because it's a large series with a lot of games. But whenever there's something that's a big task in front of you, my coach always said, take it one play at a time. He's like, OJ, if you think about you're going to get 30 carries this game and how tired you're going to be sitting there and trying to preserve your energy or do weird things or try to make certain plays and trying to do different stuff. Don't do that. He said, take it one play at a time. And that's pretty much what I say with Xenoblade. Take it one game at a time. Stop thinking about all the games and all the things that you got to do and just start from the beginning. Start one thing, one game at a time, and then go from there. If you really like the series or if you really like the game, you're going to continue playing. If you don't, you'll probably stop. So go from there. Don't worry about what we're talking about and all these other games. Just worry about Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Okay, that's the first game that I'm going to start with and play with, you know? Hey, yo, what's up, Abaddon? Welcome. I'm going to DM you, Abaddon. We're going to have the birthday stream where with the discussion with Final Fantasy and stuff. We're going to have that on Saturday if you're available. So I will DM you on that. We're going to have some other guests, but we're going to have you on one at a time for like blocks. I remember playing Xenoblade Chronicles X. Okay, I already read that one. I understand that you are planning to get Sonic Cross Shadow Generations. Very fun game. I enjoyed it. Shadow, because it's special abilities. It's so fun. Yeah, I'm probably gonna check that out. Probably gonna check that one out. It's $20, so not bad. Xenoblade X was my first Xenoblade game, and the game locked me into the series. Nice. Yeah, there were some people where Xeno X was their first one compared to like Xenoblade 1, but there wasn't that many Xenoblade games at that time. There was only 2, you know, from 2010 then 2015, or 2012 here in the US, 2012 and then 2015. So yes, I'll let you know the time. It's probably going to be after your time. I'm going to start up like around maybe 3 o'clock your time, Abaddon, so probably about 2 or 3 hours after that. In like 30-minute blocks. So I'm gonna have you on and probably have Stealth on after that. So it should be good. Hey OJ, what's your date of the birthday? Mine is the 19th. Yeah, mine's gonna be this Saturday. So we're doing that on Saturday. So the 18th. Let's see here. Happy birthday though, Mr. Underscore. Shout out to all the April birthdays too. See that Xenosaga Pied Piper is coming to Switch and PC. Pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't think the game's very good, to be honest, but it's cool that it's coming over. But I have some more information for that I'm going to research and let you guys know about tomorrow morning. So look out for the video tomorrow morning on that one. Abaddon, April birthday as well. Let's go. 19th. I like it. I like it. One chapter at a time. One chapter, one game at a time. Hey, what's up, J2 Blue the Beast? What's up? What's good, baby? Pop's birthday is the 18th, says Shaw X. Okay, shout outs. Let's go. April boys representing. April boys and girls. Here we go. All right. Let's get into the PS5 situation, right? I know it's been a little... I think we went like an hour. Turned 25 on the 13th. Hey, shout outs, Epic Globster. Let's go. 25 on the 13th. Hey, man. Big love. Big love. So we got about 50 minutes. So essentially what we're seeing with the PS5 right now. So the PS5 is selling underneath the Switch Lite in Japan. So in my opinion, when it comes to journalism, when it comes to doing the right thing, when it comes to reporting, when it comes to Nintendo and reporting, if there is any type of sales dip or any type of sales change, or if there's like something that happens, especially with the modern system that's currently on the market, not like a previous gen system like a Switch 1 and then Switch 2 is already out, the media will report on that, and they will report negatively on it. I think the PlayStation 5 has a bit of a buffer because it is the lead system for most of the games that people are talking about the most. So when there's something that's negative that will happen, or that happens when it comes to sales, it is thrown aside. It is cast aside because it does not matter to their people, like their GTA 6 or whatever they like, right? But it doesn't mean that it shouldn't be reported on. So that's what I'm noticing, because now we've got actual solid sales numbers for a couple weeks now after the PS5 price hike in Japan. And nobody's reporting on the actual sales numbers. We got reports from Takahashi Mochizuki, Bloomberg, everybody and their mom, every YouTuber and their mom reported on, oh, production cut. It's not selling as well. And that wasn't even factual. That was literally a speculation and, oh, well, it didn't do as good as PS5, or, oh, it didn't do as good as Switch 1. It still sold good over the holiday, but not as good as maybe they would have wanted to. People were making up their own narratives, or, oh, it was slightly underneath what Nintendo thought, so it's selling bad. In one region. Not in all regions, but in one region. America, biggest region, obviously important. So what I've noticed here is that obviously Japan is an important region. It's a big region as well. Maybe not as important to Sony and Microsoft, but still a big region where there's big sales. So the fact that we now have 2 weeks of data and the PS5 is getting outsold after the price hike. I'm not talking about just it not selling well throughout the years, whatever. We already know that. But you should at least report on after the price hike to see the differences. That should be something that you should report on, because that to me is good journalism. And Western websites, content creators are literally just blind. I don't want to talk about it. I saw Colin Moriarty talk about how many PlayStation 5s are going to be sold because of GTA, because he saw that the numbers for GTA, the PS4 numbers, you know, and he runs the biggest, shout outs to him. Obviously, he's done a great job. He's been in games media for decades. He runs the biggest PlayStation podcast in the world. Biggest PlayStation content creator maybe in the world, right? Most lucrative, biggest PlayStation content creator, biggest platform. And he's talking about how many PS5s are going to be sold because of GTA 6. He's not just, and I think he's probably already talked about it on his podcast, but he's not talking about the financial crunch of raising the price of the system by $100, upward of $200 this generation. I think he probably talked about it, but he's not discussing that. This is post-price hike. He's talking about, oh my God, there's going to be so many PlayStations sold at $600 plus, $200 above $150 to $200 to upwards of what, or more of PS5s that are going to be sold because of GTA. So what this tells me when it comes to major media and when it comes to people is that they don't care about anti-consumer or prices. A lot of these people do not care. This is a grift. They do not care about game prices, about system prices, because if you truly cared about consumers and prices and anti-consumer, you would not be cheerleading and championing price hikes when one of the biggest games that broke-ass PS4 players are still playing, and they have to pony up more. Maybe they've had plenty of time to save or whatever, but championing sales when the company is constantly raising price of PSN, making it to where if you buy a $700, $750, and now $900 system, you don't even get a disk drive. You don't even have the ability to have a disk drive. You've got to pay for that. You want to play online, GTA Online? That's $80 a year. It is $1,000 plus with the PS5 Pro. It is upward of $800 plus if you get PSN, GTA, and now your shiny new PS5. People are buying it new. They do not care about anti-consumers. They don't. So I don't want to hear it. I am actually done. And I will say this for anybody who's clipping and watching come to my stream, my birthday stream on Saturday and debate me on this. I want to hear people talk about anti-consumer this or that with Nintendo or Microsoft and Sony, and not tell me that this is being absolutely ignored by major media. They reported on it when the price increases, and they just dropped it. They just dropped talking about it because Sony runs them. Sony owns them, and they can't say certain things that's going to upset their Sony fan base. Like talking about how anti-consumer and bad it is that they've raised the price this many times. And for the privilege of even being able to play a physical game costs $80 on a $900 system. If that should not be championed, that should not be looking forward to the sales. You should be like, guys, let's look at these sales here. Sony, like, there needs to be something done. So when I saw guys like Genki on Twitter, no shots to him, I think he's great. I'm gonna get that dono in just a bit. When I saw guys like him talk about the surge of people buying PS5s before the price hike, and he's exclamation mark, what are you hyped about that for? That's not good. Putting pressure on people because they're hiking the price up by $100. I don't care if it's Nintendo, Microsoft, or Sony. I'm gonna have the same attitude that I have now. The price hikes are not good, especially on a current platform where people are gonna wanna play certain games. I don't wanna hear anti-consumer ever again from anybody on this, if they haven't ranted on this and talked about it quite a bit, because it's business as usual for all the people that like PlayStation. They don't care. I don't want to hear any more anti-consumer this or that, because this is the most, and this is not being talked about. They're not reporting on the sales completely diminishing in Japan, and it's business as usual. GTA is going to come out and sell so many systems. Why should it? When they hiked the price up this many times, what happened to people making a stand and not being bootlickers? Now all of a sudden the term bootlicker and all that doesn't apply when it's your precious PlayStation. What about the PC prices, the PC handheld prices? A lot of banana suits and weirdos very silent on that, but they have no problem calling other people bootlickers and names 24/7. But when it comes to what they like and price hikes, oh, it's not good, but I'm still gonna support it. I'm still gonna play it. You're not going to make videos 24/7 on it. You're not going to go after content creators in that same sense, are you? Of course you're not. So all of these people are frauds. Every last one of them are frauds. That's why nobody likes me, and that's okay. I don't need to be liked. I'll be honest and I'll be truthful, okay? All of these people are frauds. Every single last one of them. I don't want to hear any more anti-consumer.
100%. If Nintendo raises the price and they sell less the next week, they will cover it.
Absolutely, Justin, absolutely, they would. Thank you for the 3. George FT with the 10, and says, PlayerEssence, not to make a console warning, but it's funny that it feels like PS struggles appear under scrutinized while Nintendo everything is over scrutinized. Absolutely, because once again, PS5 is the top dog. It is the generator for like all the reviews and all that. So they can't go too hard on PlayStation because they need them. I think that they feel that they'd be better off maybe without Nintendo and them just making their games for PlayStation on what they want, or PC. I think that's how a lot of the hardcore media feel. That's why you don't get the reports like this, like, well, what are the sales looking like post-price hike? Now, we'll see about the MPD. We'll see about what comes out, like, you know, for the April MPD in May, or sorry, Circana. It's going to be pretty good for March because of the price hike. But we'll see about April. We'll see how they report it there. But in the meantime, they should be reporting these numbers here when it comes to Sony in Japan, because it's lower than what it even was. So that's my issue. My issue is that anti-consumer and drop the price and all the stuff that they were covering beforehand, that seems to be, they seem to be blind and oblivious to these things. Sitting here, as long as they get their GTA, as long as it sells systems to people that are willing to fork out $200 more than the launch prices of these systems over the last going on 6 years now, it's okay, because GTA is great, because you love PlayStation. If Nintendo raised the price of a system $200 down the line from now, I would be going I would not be enjoying this. This would be something that I talk about almost every single day. Kind of like when the Wii U failed, and I talked about it pretty much almost every single day afterwards. Like, hey, this needs to be fixed. 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 But when it's selling good, I guess it's okay. Hike the price of PSN. That's fine. Charge $80 for disc drives. That's fine. Charge $80 minimum to just be able to play online. That's fine. Raise the price of the system $200 plus since 2025. Be one of the first to raise the prices of standard games, of most of your games, to $70. That's fine. You're the industry leader. It's okay. You're not going to get too much heat, or you're not going to get enough heat. It's not going to be that big of a deal, right? Right. So I don't care about any weirdos clipping or anybody talking about calling people bootlicker and all that. These people are all bootlickers. All of them are bootlickers. All of these people are. Because when it comes to what they like, they seem to go blind or near blind. Bird box. They can't see. They don't want to talk about things now. Now it's back to, oh, well, I can't wait for the Steam machine to come out. No. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Call me whatever you want. Call me names. Call me fanboy. I don't care. But come to my stream on this Saturday. I'll have an open debate for people that are not members that want to challenge me specifically on this topic. So if you're clipping or you're watching, come through and get destroyed. I'll be more than happy to absolutely obliterate you when it comes to this topic. So, Superpower Man says Sony lost massive market share to Nintendo in Japan is why the new Sony handheld was greenlit, is my theory. Maybe. That thing's probably going to get cooked too, because it's not going to be cheap enough. Blandrew with the $10 and says the crazy thing is Sony is the most open, reversing things based on negative press, but people just don't take advantage of that and defend them instead. Also, I request Splash Wave from Outrun 2006. All right, I got you. Thank you so much, George FT, Justin. I was in my rant, so let me go ahead and total up everything here. I think that's 23 added on here. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate the support, like always. 8 on there. 68 on the board. Appreciate that, man. Let's see here. WrestleMania Saturday. What time is WrestleMania going on? That's going to be like the evening, right? So, yeah, birthday stream will be during the day. What time is WrestleMania? We talked about IGN. We're talking about major media. We're talking about major content creators. We're talking about lots of people. We're talking about lots of people, not just IGN. I think Sony actually made the right business move. If they determine PS5 sales are slowing down, sell it during the holidays on sale. GTA 6 sales buyers will not be high volume game buyers. That's true. They can always discount it during the holiday, and that's okay. But it's like at the same time, it's like it's still price hikes that people killed. They killed Microsoft for price hikes. They killed even the $50 price hike because of tariffs and because of taxes, because of certain things. On the Switch 1, that's old system, right? And I didn't like that either. I said that's stupid. Like I said, what the heck? But I also knew that, you know, obviously there's a lot of other stuff that's factoring into that. But I saw content creators say that, oh, well, Sony has enough RAM reserves. They can last them. They're not going to do price hikes anytime soon. Literally like a month later, there was price hikes on there. So the greed of PlayStation is just something else. It's also inexcusable that they won't share a whole lot of true information on sales at all. It's crazy. PS5 buyer's remorse is real. Yeah, right. You'll never see frauds making that video. They've got their beloved GTA on there. Shout outs, Blandrew. Thank you for the 10. Thank you as well, George FT for the 10, and Justin as well for the 3. Let me get that up to 18 on the board for Justin. Thank you so much. And some more JoJo's coming in. Appreciate that, guys. Let's go. Appreciate that. 3 JoJo's as well. Thank you guys so much. We have got the Noah and Mio, and we are going even further than beyond now at this point. Let's see here. But they upped the price of PSN multiple times. So yeah, and I said like they upped the price of PSN. It's minimum of $80 just to play online on PSN. So like I said, if you buy a PlayStation 5 digital, let's just say for $600, and then you get a disc drive, or you can just buy the regular disc drive, whatever, that's fine. Or let's say just say later you want one, that's $80. Or then let's say you want PSN, another $80 on top of that. So it's like a year minimum. So like I said, I don't want to hear any more anti-consumer. That was the whole rage. That was the whole thing. I saw video after video. I saw video after video, article after article with the Switch 2. They wouldn't shut up. PC Gamer, everybody, a million articles. I do not see that same energy here. Now, if I'm wrong, somebody let me know in the chat or come through on Saturday and we can discuss that, you know, but we can discuss it right now if somebody thinks that I'm wrong on this. So, I don't know, man. I didn't see the same level of energy. I didn't see the same level of what was going on there, in my opinion. So, I sold my PS5 2 years ago. Never had the desire to go back. Sticking with PC and Switch 2 from then on. I mean, don't play online multiplayer games. Is not cool for me. It's boring. I mean, I like online multiplayer, like when it's stuff that I like, you know, obviously. But no, I don't play a ton of online multiplayer either. I don't play a ton either. So PS5 is an investment. If got it before, okay, yeah. Here in Australia, our base PS5 disc is $1,000, while the Switch 2 is $699. Oof. Those are both expensive, but it still makes, I mean, it's $300 cheaper for the Switch 2, blood taken. That's crazy, right? Biased media sucks. It really does, man. Tariffs don't affect Nintendo. Don't affect Nintendo, exactly. Affect everybody else but them. I hope Nintendo can keep the price, but once again, if they up the price by 50 or whatever the case, or they up it, I'm gonna be saying the same thing. I think it's a mistake. I think it's a mistake. It might be inevitable that they do, but I'm going to call it out just like I called out $80 Mario Kart. I don't like it. But like I said before, even if you look at it with that, Switch 2 is still positioned very well compared to Xbox Series X, compared to PlayStation 5. Positioned very well. It's still cheaper than those systems. Obviously not as powerful, but still, you can't take those systems anywhere that you want. You need other devices to play those games on the go. Or it looks like, based on the rumors, not actual facts, but rumors, Sony's gonna have a PS5 or PS6 Lite, a PS6, a PS6S, a PS6X, a PS6 handheld, a PS6 mobile, a PS6 headset, a PS6 blaster, a PS6 double arm cannon, a PS6 sword, a PS6 world. Every rumor, it's gonna be $100 for the PS6. If you put it on layaway, you hold your breath, you trade in, you donate some plasma, you say Jim Ryan 10 times in the mirror and spin around, all of a sudden you're gonna have a PS6 in your hand. Like, so everyone's making up all these rumors. You got Moore's Law is dead. Oh, they're gonna have a PS6 for it's gonna be much cheaper because of the bill of materials. Whoa. Like, you have all these people that are just saying stuff. So it's just like, I don't know what's real or what's not. So whenever it does happen, let's see. It's like, okay, yeah, they're gonna have a cheaper PS6. Oh, why is the PS5 Pro $1,000? Oh, well, they had to. Oh, it's different now. Oh, okay. This is openly scamming people. It's like an open scam now at this point. It's just like, oh yeah, it's gonna be more powerful than the PS5 Pro. It's gonna be more powerful. It's gonna be better, but it's gonna be like $200, $300 cheaper because it's different. Like, just making up stuff. Why is it different? What do you mean it's different? Why is it different? Because Sony had a secret contract with Vought International, with Homelander, and secured super special project super chips for freaking the PS6 that they did not have during the PS5 and the PS5 Pro. It's like, okay, sure, whatever you guys say, sure. What's up, Zombie Tech Pad? Can you play something from Kirby Air Riders? I can. Kirby Air Riders music. I understand your frustration about anti-consumer. It's so annoying. One thing. Oh, I'm not frustrated. I'm actually perfectly fine. I have a PS5 Pro. I have a base PS. I bought 3. I'm not anti PS5. I have 3 of them in my household. I've been buying PlayStation products for decades. I'm not anti anything except for like PC handhelds. I'm anti those. But outside of that, I'm down for everything. I like video games. So I'm not really frustrated. I'm simply just saying these are all frauds. I've got people calling me names and people talking about bootlicker and all this stuff. But when this stuff is happening, I see no videos. I see no call outs. I see nothing. I see no reporting. Nobody's doing it. Nobody wants to. So I don't, like, so I said, I once again, that's why I don't watch anybody else. This is why I don't really watch but a few people, because a lot of these people are frauds, self-serving. As long as they get their GTA 6 or they have their PlayStation or they have what they want, all of a sudden it's not about consumer stuff anymore. Or it's like, oh, well, it is what it is, and that's that. They don't have that same energy when it comes to everybody else. You're bootlickers, you're this, you're the worst person in the world because you like Nintendo or because you bought the Switch 2 beforehand for $450. Did you see how people were acting on Twitter? If you bought a Switch 2, if you buy a PS5 now, are people going to be bashing you? Hell no. If you bought a Switch 2 beforehand, people would cuss you out like you shot their mom. And this is not me just making it up. This is factual. Go on Twitter and look at the post. You had people doing all this crazy stuff if you just simply posted that you bought a Switch 2. If you buy a PS5 or PS5 Pro at $900 or you buy, nobody's going to kill you like that. They're not going to come after you like that. Well, it's PS5. Just like if you buy a $5 million PC, nobody comes after you like that. Oh, well, you got all the gamers saying, oh yeah, now you can play Steam. They're okay with that. If you buy a $1,000 Xbox Raw guy, you gonna have weirdos coming after you? Probably not. Probably not. But man, you should have seen the vitriol that people were getting attacked for simply buying a Switch 2. That's why I say it's hypocrisy, and these people are a bunch of frauds. I'm not upset or frustrated. If anything, I'm vindicated and I'm relieved because I was right, like usual. You know what I'm saying? Not every time, but I was right on this one. I said the price of the Switch 2 at this point, it's going to be looked at as a deal, and there's going to be a lot of price increases for a lot of different systems out there. And I had Did You Know Gaming and everybody else saying, oh yeah, whatever, bootlicker. And they didn't call me, they didn't, but other people, oh yeah, whatever, fanboy, this and that. And then they were wrong. So I've been vindicated. That's why they don't want to debate no more. That's why they stopped. That's why they ran after me and Prime. They ran. So I'm okay. I'm fine. Shout out to D What with the 26 months and says Varkster with the 20 Aussie and says Sony media bias is crazy. But I sent you a follow-up email with some Warframe tips and spam if you ever choose to dive in. Oh, I'm gonna choose to dive in. I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna get in there. I'm in there, Varkster. I'm in there. Thank you for the big 20, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. I gotta get your music going here, Justin. I'm sorry, I was ranting. Thank you so much, though. I appreciate that, guys. Sony releasing all these PS6 products to have more content for Astrobot 2. Maybe. Thank you for the $14.33 so much. I appreciate that. $14 adding into the board here. Hey, yo. Yo, I appreciate that. Varkster. And yes, I'll definitely check out the emails, man. You are goated, dude. Seriously, you are like the goat. You are the GOAT, and we are going even further beyond. Yes, sir. That's also the biggest donut of the stream today, too. Thank you so much, Varkster. With the big 20, or sorry, 14, I should say. Varkster. Thank you so much, man. Let's get that 14. Anybody that's 14 or more, you can get up Varkster on the top of the Top Ninja board. PlayerEssence. What's up, man? How you doing today? You like my video? Thank you. I still remember Switch 2 launch day. Everyone was cyberbullying. Yeah, people were cyberbullying. They were doing all sorts of crazy stuff. If you buy a Switch 2, like, you can buy a PS5 right now. And like I said, you had one of the biggest PlayStation guys literally saying, oh, I can't wait for all these people that are going to buy this jacked up price of the PS6. Now, once again, they could have some holiday discounts. They probably will have a $50 to $100 holiday discount. So they raised the price, so maybe it goes back to the original price that it was beforehand. But even, once again, if you raise the price or whatever the case is, right, people, it's anti-consumer. It's this and that. But you see how many price increases. But people aren't going to beat you up for buying a PS5 right now, even at full price. They're not going to beat you up for that. They're not going to go after you. Like I said, you have to hide the fact that you bought. And if you bought Mario Kart World, literally they'd hire Commander Shepard to come after you. They'd damn hire Cloud Strife, a mercenary, soldier first class. Like, they hunt you down. People getting doxxed, people getting for buying Mario Kart. People getting called all sorts of names if you bought it physical for 80. You were like enemy of the state. You were like the worst thing ever. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't want to listen. I don't support that. But I'm just saying, if you buy something now, people aren't gonna come after you like that. I'm sorry. Have you seen the Street Fighter trailer yet? I've seen the first Street Fighter trailer. I haven't seen like the newest trailer for Street Fighter, no. Switch 2 is the most affordable system other than the Series S. Here's the thing though. I think the Switch 2 is actually more affordable than the Series S. And let me give you the reason why Switch 2 is more affordable than the Series S. The Series S has no possible way to play physical games. There is no way. You can easily save money on the games that you buy, on getting discounts, buying games used, or being able to actually own your games, buy and sell games. There is no economy for buying games or getting deals outside of what Microsoft provides on the Series S. And there's no extra disc drive to be able to get that. So I disagree. I think that it's actually less value. It seems like it's better, but it's actually less value. So for example, there was an idiot on Twitter that was like, oh, the Switch 2, this is, why are people doing piracy? Look at the prices of Donkey Kong Bonanza and look at the prices of Mario Kart World. And he's talking about the full price, right? And if you buy it in a bundle, how much it is. And I'm like, dude, you're a freaking idiot. And I just posted right there the European prices. You can get Bonanza and you can get Mario Kart World for underneath MSRP. Both of them. Why are you sitting there and putting the digital prices when you can easily get them physical, brand new on Amazon for cheaper? Or you can get them used, Facebook Marketplace or other places for cheaper. When you only have a digital system, you don't have that option. And it is a proven, guaranteed fact that over the course of however long you own the system, that there will always, and I mean always, be deals for physical games that are not the same as digital, and vice versa. But once again, when you buy a system that's physical as well, you have access to everything digital, plus you have access to the whole secondhand marketplace when it comes to buying physical games. So that $50 or whatever that the Xbox Series S is cheaper than the Switch 2, that doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. And unless Microsoft decides to pull back on online play, you're going to be paying more for online play if you play online than what you'd be paying for the Switch 2. So it actually isn't cheap if you kind of peel back the curtain a little bit. You know, you dig a little bit deeper. Let's see here. Where are these drop the price folks now? There is none. There is no drop the price. There is no drop the price campaign and people. There is none, because it was a fraud. It was a fraud. It was a fraud thing to begin with. There is none. There will be none. There is no drop the price thing. They don't care. It's what they like. It's what the media deems as the default system. So we can't go too hard on that, because that's how we make our money. So we can't go too hard on that. We'll be hypocritical. We'll ignore certain things. That's the reality of it, brother. That's the reality. Didn't a girl on Twitter get put into tears because people spammed her with hate comments because she bought one for herself and her boyfriend? Yes, that's the pizza one. Yeah. She got spammed with like hate comments because she bought 2 Switch 2s, and I think she bought 2 Switch 2s. She bought like a Pro controller. She bought like Mario Kart or something like that. And I know my boy Alonzo here, he had some of the biggest guns coming after him. He had some of that. What's that weirdo, that grifter, social alt-right or weirdo, Eddymon or Andy, whatever that belly busting weirdo's name is. Like that dude. And the reason why I'm coming after him personally is because he went after one of my boys, Alonzo, personally. So I got to return the favor, because that guy thinks that he's some type of all-seeing game knower. He's not. He's a fraud, a complete fraud, and he always will be. And he can come here and we can talk about him. I'll tell him to his face that he's a fraud, because people should be allowed to buy what they want. I'm not policing what other people are saying. I'm saying you need to have the same energy in the media and people that you have right now. At the end of the day, buy whatever you want. But it seems that not be the case when it's something that you don't like or you feel is a problem. You know, but people were coming after Alonzo because he bought like everything. Because he bought like a Switch 2, he bought like every game, he bought like key cards, he bought like all sorts of stuff with his own money. So, you know, So it's one of those things, man, to where it's just like people had a lot to say at that point, going after people online, making videos over and over, talking about how terrible and how Nintendo's ruining gaming. That same energy ain't here now, right? Price increases, right? Multiple PSN price increases. The initial increase from 60 to 70 for games. Sony and Take-Two, to be fair. Charging for to be able to play a premium system, a 700, then 750, then 900 that doesn't come with the disc drive. Charging on a premium system to simply play for the ability to play physical games. Like I said, I don't have a problem with people playing PlayStation. I have one. I have a PS5 Pro. It's right here. People don't believe me. Here's mine. I like it. It's a good system. I bought a disc drive for it. But I bought it when it was $700, which was still expensive to me. I was still like, I'm going to eat top ramen for the next couple weeks. But the thing about it is that same energy is not being replicated here. It's just like, oh, well, we need to review all our games on PlayStation. So we can't really say too much because that's where we're going to be playing our games. And we need PlayStation to push everything. So I see it. I've been in this industry for way too long. I've seen it, man. Like, I don't take anybody seriously now. From now on, even going forward, I don't take none of you guys. And I mean this, like, if you're on Twitter or you're on social media, none of you guys. Not that you should be taking it, but don't take anybody in terms of shill or bootlicker. Nah. Nope. All these people are. All of these people are. That's what I realized. Like, with PC prices, with handheld PC prices, with PlayStation prices, with Xbox prices, all of these people have their own bootlicking that they do. They're all bootlickers. If that's the case, if we are, so are them. They all are too. You're a hypocrite if that's the case. Let's see here. 2K, yeah, 2K League. Where's all that at? Where's all the boycott? Legion go? Where's all that? Man, stop it. I'm done. People were high on toxic hostility when people bought a Switch 2 pizza tweets. Yeah, we have a finite time on Earth, right? We all got a finite time on Earth, some longer than others, whatever. You get to spend your days doing what you want. Bro, a pizza and a video game system. Really? A pizza and a video game system. Back in the day when people bought the PlayStation 3, that was $600, $500, and $600. I did not berate people online that bought the PlayStation 5 for $600 or for $500, which is, if you do the conversion in 20 years ago, that's an insane amount of money if you do like inflation, right? More than the Switch 2. I did not berate people. If that's what they want to buy, that's what they want to buy. But people just having a little bit of being able to come home from a long day, they work hard for their money. They work hard for what they have. To be able to just put up a picture and just say, hey, I'm going to have a pizza and play a video game. That's a problem. That gets people so angry to where you can send such vitriol. Like I said, it's this weird parasocial, nonsensical, evil empire, stupid YouTubers and content creators that created this environment in the first place. That's why we don't listen to them. We're not paying attention. We don't care about these people. These people are frauds. I don't care about any of them. They can clip and they can do whatever they want. The facts are the facts at this point, guys. We're looking at it from a realistic standpoint. These people are all frauds. All frauds. Let's see. What's crazy is that there's more headlines saying now that Sony has increased the price, it's inevitable that Nintendo fall. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. It wasn't calling it anti-consumer. It was, well, Nintendo's gonna, it became, we're gonna involve Nintendo too. Sure, they could, but damn it, can you give them can at least there be at least a week, 2 weeks, or the same type of things they all did for the Switch 2? Or even for the Switch 1 with the price, can there be this, there's not even that, bro. There's not even that. They gotta find any way to include Nintendo. These people are, like I said, there's the Nintendo derangement syndrome. It's the NDS, man. And yes, derangement. I got some pretty bad comments from these grifters just for liking my Switch 2 as well. Some people just enjoy making people make me miserable, but don't let them. That's why I have this. Like I said, that's why I have this community, bro. Do not let people take your joy away. And I'm not taking the joy away from people that like PlayStation or that want to buy it. You're not going to see me criticize a single person for simply buying a system that they like. I'm not going to call them out and say that they're stupid and they should die. And I'm never going to do that. I've never done that in my life. And I'm never planning on doing that because that's stupid. Like, why are you pocket watching like that? But what I will say is that these people should no longer be taken seriously, no matter what they say. Like, none of them should be taken seriously. They're all frauds. That's all I'm trying to say. You know, and like I said, if I feel like I'm wrong, come prove it. This Saturday, I'll have it open. Come prove it. If you think I'm wrong, come prove it. Because I doubt that you'll be able to. We saw what happened. We've seen what happened this year and last year, when people tried to talk about how I'm this and that. They got absolutely destroyed. Because your Twitter rants or your YouTube clips don't actually stack up to debating somebody that's much more intelligent than you are. It works when you're talking to a legion of idiots. I mean, look at the world. But it doesn't work when you're talking to somebody who knows what they're talking about, who's been in this industry for covering video games now since 2010. On YouTube or on whatever website. I've been doing it for 16 years now. So, and if you want to talk about even before that, I've been watching gaming media and looking at gaming media since gaming media started. I was test pilot. I was like the guinea pig. A lot of you guys were born into this nonsense. Some of you guys, if you were born in like, you know, the late 90s, or if you're born in the 2000s, you were born into this trash. But I was there at the beginning when consumer internet first started, message boards first started, media first started. So I've seen everything from the start to the finish. And I'm not talking about the grassroots stuff before we had internet and all that. I'm not talking about that, like 70s and all that. That's not what I'm talking about. Like word of mouth. I was part of that, obviously, but I'm talking about online stuff and people getting mad about certain things and all that. I was here from the very beginning. When the internet started and websites started getting popping, I was on message boards. I was talking with people. I was seeing the stuff from the very beginning. Mid-90s. You've got mail or net zero. Okay? So, I don't want to hear shit from these people. I'm done. I don't want to hear nothing. But, like I said, if you have something that you have to say, feel free to come by on Saturday. I'll have an open segment for that. Let's see here. The Nintendo grifters are particularly egregious. The daily total real Ocarina of Time remake leaks are wild. Well, wait a minute. Ocarina of Time remake, that's probably happening. So that's not a grifting thing. Nate the Hate talked about that, so I think that's gonna happen. So yeah. Founding Father Essence. Yeah. Torn of the Golden Country. House Ortiz. Future Redeemed. I've been here from the beginning. A lot of people like to manipulate. A lot of these guys that are posers that didn't really start talking about gaming media and didn't even really care up until they found out that they can make money off of it. Bro, I was here when YouTube, man, you got paid in sunshine and rainbows. You got paid in 15 views per your video. I was like, wow, somebody watched my Listen Up Gaming News. I got 75 views. Woohoo! You got paid in nothing. You got paid in 5 comments. Okay? So I was doing this before you could even know about money. Nothing to do with that. And obviously I'm happy that I'm able to create something and have a career to where I can do this and invest time into it, you know, because obviously I need to have it to where I got to take care of my family. But it would have been done regardless. In 2010, I had no idea. There was nothing. That was 5 years after YouTube started. I was literally test case scenario. Like I was at the beginning, pretty much, you know? So, I mean, I wasn't the ground zero because obviously, you know, Angry Video Game Nerd and other people were there before me, but I was like watching those guys as those videos were new. Like, oh, there's this guy called Angry Video Game Nerd. Let's check him out. Like 2006. So I was there from the very beginning. And then I started creating content after I graduated from college. I started creating content after that. I was in college in 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, and 2009. And then I graduated in 2010. I actually graduated in 2009, but I had to stay an extra semester because of stupid stuff. CPR certification or some dumb thing like that. But anyway, I had enough units to graduate in 2009. So I started creating content as soon as I got back home. I took a break though, because I was doing like work and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm super unk, man. I'm super unk. I've been around since the beginning. So I don't want to hear anybody talk about this stuff, man. I got a lot of people that just sit there and like to talk as if like I just got into this because Nintendo, because I like, bro, I've been here from the very beginning. Stop it. We talked about everything. So I'm looking at it like in this perspective. There's no longer any reason to give these people any type of attention when it comes to videos and all that. People say, oh, you don't watch them. This is the reason why I don't watch them. This is the reason why I don't watch them. Because it's all nonsense just to make money and to grift. That's it. It's not out of the heart. It's not out of being honest. It's not wanting to because they want to inform people of what's right and what's wrong. It's all self-serving, egotistical nonsense from a lot of these people. That's all it is. That's what YouTube's turned into. Shout outs to all the real content creators out there. Shout outs to the Spawn Wave. Shout outs to the RGTs. Shout outs to, you know, all the people that are the real ones out there. Shout outs to MVGs. Shout outs to the misclicks. Shout outs to all the real ones out there, you know? But it becomes fewer and fewer and fewer and fewer, you know, each passing year, each passing by, when it comes to people creating content on like news or updates and things like that. Now, obviously, I'm not talking about people that create like, you know, retrospective stuff, or they create like, you know, gameplay reviews and things. That's obviously different. OGs that do that, hey, shout outs, more power to you. Love you guys too, you know? Hey, what's up, Cuts Lanova in the house? Yo, it's been a hot minute, bruh. Says the new stream looking fresh. It's not quite new anymore, but I know you haven't been here for a while. So yeah, we got a new little room setup. Hey, how you doing, Cuts? Let's see here. The amount of people that shifted their focus to, well, Nintendo has to raise the price down too, guys. Like, get out of here, bruh. Like, nonsense, man. And thank you, D-Wep, for the 26 months, man. I appreciate that. Also, I forgot to play the Noah. Did I play the Noah and Mio? Did I play it? I don't. Oh, yeah. Wait. I don't think I did. Okay. Yeah, the Noah and Mio. Let's go. For the 60 combos. Thank you, guys, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for that. Next one up, we've got 18 more combos. And we've got an overclock on that one as well. Or, no, we got a platinum streak to 139. Thank you guys so much, man. 18 more combos, and we are there. I appreciate you guys. Damn, don't age yourself, fam. I remember those days. Listen, I'm not aging myself at all. Once again, I'm not upset. I'm not upset. I'm not doing any of that at all. And the reason why I'm not is because, once again, it's vindicating. I feel like I get life. When I'm right about something, that's the best feeling in the world to me. Now, when I'm wrong, it sucks. I hate it. That's why I meticulously research, and I try my best to know what I'm talking about. I go in prepared to debates. I go in prepared, and I haven't won every single time, but I've been winning lately. But I hate being wrong on things. Obviously, you guys see my personality, right? Sometimes I can be a little bit standoffish or be a little bit argumentative, but it's only because I like competing. First of all, one, I'm a competitor, but two, I like being right. I like giving people right information. I started out as like, oh, I want to give people news. Obviously, if you're somebody that wants to give somebody news, you don't want to be wrong. You want to be right, because you don't want to give the wrong news, right? You want to be factual. So that's why I'm pretty stern on stuff like this, you know? But no, it feels good. I'm not edging myself. If anything, I'm giving me more life to keep going, because you know how vindicating it was to be right. I think I added 10 years onto my life because I was right about the Switch one. Do you know how many people came here to call me names? I don't know if Party Man's here. Maybe Dior wasn't here at that time. But for the people that were here in the early, like when the Switch 1 came out, I don't know how many of you guys were here in that era. But do you guys know how many people came into this stream talking ish? Do you know how many people talked ish on Twitter to me? Do you know how many times I got called stuff? Take whatever it was with the Switch 2 before that launched, then times it by 2. It was worse. It was worse. And I had bigger guys. Like, the big people laid off me because I was wrong, but then I was right on a number of things. But I had guys like Rerez, that way, and he was a big channel even back then, coming at me on certain things. So there ain't nobody anywhere near as big as Rerez that has challenged me on any topics or wanted to debate me. Like, not even close. to as good as a content creator as, first of all, Rerez is a great content creator. There's been nobody anywhere near close as good as Rerez. Like, Rerez dookies on everybody that's had an issue with me or said something or disagreed or I debate. Like, he completely dookies on them. He's way better than any of them. Shout outs to Rerez. He absolutely rock bottoms every one of these guys. Not even close. I respect the heck out of him. I don't respect the heck out of any of these other people. I just don't. So that's the thing, man. Remember when Nintendo never challenged me on Twitter? He never challenged me. He just talks. He doesn't plan on actually challenging me for real. He likes to talk behind his keyboard. He's a fraud. He's not actually somebody that's a man of action or like a, he's not like a real person. He's just a character, and he just grifts for money. He's not an actual real person though, that like wants to truly get the truth in debate. He wants to say his opinion because he's over emotional, and he doesn't want to back it up with actual facts against somebody who might disagree. He wants to just go into his corner, into his bubble, and talk to the same people and run away from actual real discussion. So no, he never challenged me. That's an exaggeration. So you're probably super OG. That's probably when I started lurking. I'll say watching your streams and videos have been a huge help for me when it comes to information. I love the way you simplify the hard stuff. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Let's see. We good. We age gracefully. I'm 33. I look like I'm in my 20s. I get it. Yeah. No, man. I feel good. I'm old, but I feel good. I feel better. I mean, yeah, I'm not as fast or as strong as I used to be, like, 20 years ago, but I feel mentally, I'm way better than what I was back then. Like, mentally, I'm like a million times better. And obviously, thankfully, everything else wise, finances, everything else wise, mental health, everything else wise, I'm like, it's not even close. I had a lot of struggles back then. Even when I was young, I had a lot of struggles. My life didn't really even start getting good, like, post high school. My life didn't start getting good till 2017, 2018. Like, and even then I had issues then, but it wasn't anywhere near as bad as it was, like, before that, so it's all a learning experience. But no, man, I feel good. I only got a few gray hairs on this. I think on this side of my head. No, this side of my head. I got a few gray hairs over here, but like nothing too crazy. And I got like a few gray hairs in my beard, but not a lot. It's just like, or it's like white hairs, but not too much, and they fall out. So I don't know if my hair's gonna fall out with it. But either way, like I said, I feel good. Like, I feel good. My skin is good. My body feels good. I feel just as sharp as I've ever felt. I feel sharper. I feel like I'm quicker with my tongue. I'm quicker with my thought process than I ever was when I was younger. I mean, all you gotta do is you can go back and look at my videos from 16 years ago if you want. Like, I'm a stumbling, bumbling, like, how I say, like, yeah, like how I do that here. It's like my words come out way quicker, way better now. Like, so for me at least, I'll take the me now than from the me back then. So, that's my opinion, at least. Baxter says, to be fair, OJ, this happens every generation. People always grifting off Nintendo at the beginning of their new console cycles. Well, yeah, I feel that. You know what I'm saying? I feel that, Baxter. I understand. But like I said, I'm still going to call it out. And when I'm right, I'm still going to say I was right. I mean, I did that with the Switch 1. All those people that were talking about how I'm bootlicking this just because of my opinion that Switch 1 was going to be successful, those people changed their name, ran away, never came back, literally vanished into the void, literally ran away and never came back or changed their name. Remember, there was the Goy guy from here. This Goy guy used to come to my streams last year and was talking about how the Switch 2 is going to fail. No one's going to buy it. I have not seen that joker since. His name was Goy. He had his profile. He was obviously like a sock account or like a guy that already. But this guy Goy would come here and challenge me on every single thing with Switch 2. I have not seen this dude sell since then. That feels. I don't care. That to me, that gives me life. If I can get you to scram, vamoose, disappear, run away. It's the equivalent of us coming to like in the schoolyard and me going like that and you flinching and going home and not swinging. And everyone goes, ooh, yeah, you scared. That is what the equivalent of that is, to me at least. I know a lot of you guys probably haven't had that happen, but that is the equivalent. When somebody tries to square up on you, say, what are you gonna do? And then you guys are talking, and then he's too scared. He's too scared to face what's going to happen to him. So he goes home. He turns around and goes home, and he makes up lies or he talks somewhere else. That feels good, man. I don't care. I've had that happen to me a number of times, where somebody tried to get slick and would talk and we're wrong. And when I said, what's up? All of a sudden, yeah, I ain't got nothing to say. I'm out. You know, they don't want to talk to me no more. So that's the thing, man. I will say, but thank you so much, 91 Gamer Boy. Let's see here. As an OJ, do you remember if this amount of disinformation regarding Nintendo has been a thing in the past, like in the Wii launch, and it was for the Wii U? The Wii U had disinformation, yes. Or misinformation, yes. The Wii U did, but not to this level because there wasn't as many content creators in 2010, 2011, and 2012. Those were the years. I mean, YouTube was only about 5 years old when Wii U rumors started. So the media was ruled not by YouTube, but by legacy media and message boards. So yeah, there was misinformation on there, but it wasn't as widespread. Now, we waited for Nintendo to announce it, but Nintendo blew their announcement, and then a lot of misinformation happened after that. But that's because Nintendo blew the announcement a bit with the Wii U. Now, with the Switch 1, there wasn't as much misinformation because Nintendo did a pretty good job of explaining exactly what the Switch 1 was, what it was, and what it wasn't. It was a controlled, you know, live stream / Nintendo Direct. It was kind of like a hybrid, their presentation, where they invited press, and it was kind of like live or tape delay. I don't even know what it was, to be honest. It was like live, but like tape delay. They like recorded it, then like put it up. But they were doing it like live at the time, right? So it wasn't like it was like finely tuned and edited. But they couldn't, there wasn't really anything that you could misinform on. They told you exactly what it was. There was no backwards compatibility because there's a format change. They told you what it was, what it does, when it's coming out, the price of it, when the online is going to be paid, but later, like everything was laid out. Now, after the Switch 1 came out, there wasn't misinformation, but there was people just saying it's gonna suck, it's not gonna do well, it's not powerful enough, it's not gonna get third party, it's not gonna be this, it's not gonna be that, it's gonna sell like Wii U. So it was really more of a who's gonna be right about the success of the system than misinformation. With the Switch 2, there was intentional misinformation campaigns by grifters. That's something that I know for a fact, that people intentionally did not research and misled people for money. That is factual. That is factual. Because the same people, I saw people like Fratanga, for example, get told, well, you misinformed. He'd be asking people, what did I misinform people on Twitter? And people would tell him, and he wouldn't respond to them. And he wouldn't make videos correcting it. So there were actual misinformation, like people that were purposefully doing it for grifting. And obviously you can see there are specific people that will point out anything that they can get their hands on to see if they can make money on. They'll do it. You know, even if it's stretching the truth or lying, because now there is big money. And I mean, as in like a couple $100 or so, or $50 or $70 if you get a number of views. There is money in that audience. It is fading, but there's money in that audience. It's like I said, it's fading as more people actually get the system and think that it's, you know that it's good, and see the nonsense that's going around, like the price hikes for other systems and all that. More and more people are realizing, wait a minute, all that stuff was wrong. You know, all that stuff was wrong. You can look at the Did You Know Gaming video. That was wrong. A lot of that was wrong, and they're Nintendo fans. You know, and I mean that, not the stuff that they actually talked about when it comes to like the sales information was wrong, but how they justified Sony having their prices compared to Nintendo. Oh, well, Spider-Man costs more to make than Nintendo. They talk like a hybrid of Nate. Spider-Man costs more than Sony's games cost more to make. we don't know the budgets of anybody's games. Like, we don't know the budgets of Nintendo's games, and I get that, like, obviously graphics and all that, but they're paying for licenses for Spider-Man, and they're doing different things, and talk about, like, what is, costs more to make than not. That's irrelevant when you're firing people, when you're letting people go, when you're laying people off, and Nintendo pays good money for their employees and doesn't lay people off. So they're trying to factor in certain things like that without factoring in everything, right? So even they were wrong on a number of things. You know, and that's fine. Once again, nobody's right about everything. I was wrong on things too. But that was like the thing with Switch 2 is that it was like a lot of it was intentional or very poorly researched because they knew that they can just say, oh, I'm wrong later, or ignore it, and they can make their money because now it's about making money. It's not about being right anymore, you know? It's not about being right. A lot of it is about making money and doing whatever you can to slither out. You know, if you're wrong, slither out of it. Make excuses. Downplay. Ignore. You know, whereas before in the past, your own audience wouldn't allow that from you. Back in the day, gamers had spine. Your audience would cook you if you were wrong. Today's, you've got today you got a cultivation of liars and frauds that follow other liars and frauds. So if they're wrong or they lie or they manipulate, well, they're just as, you know, twisted as the people that are creating the content, you know? So that's the big difference, you know? Thank you. I appreciate that, Brandon. Why do all these YouTubers always talk about sales data and all that? Talk about the games and game content. It's all about the competition of consoles. And not the fun of gaming. I think a lot of people talk about the sales stuff or try to downplay or this because once again, it validates what they think. The reason why you have people like Nintendo or OmniArch doing what they do is because they have a problem with whatever Nintendo's doing. And in order to validate their opinions, they've got to make it seem as if the company is burning and shredding and it's terrible and it's not doing good because they're upset with what they want. So they need reasons to validate that. Without reasons to validate it, they're not going to have content, and they find out they can make a pretty penny while doing it. Is a lot of it BS? Absolutely. Will they try to act like it's not? Of course they will. They want to look legitimate, but it's really just to make money, right? It's just to make money. It's fraudulent type of stuff. You know, they won't report on everything. They'll manipulate, they'll twist things. They won't report on other things that make it look hypocritical and all that. They won't do all that. Because if they do, it diminishes what they like I said, brainwash to their fans. And it really is a form of like a kind of a low-key form, you know, of brainwashing. Because in my opinion, if you're going to talk about the industry and you're going to bring up Microsoft and Sony to say this is bad or Nintendo's bad, you got to do it both ways. You can't just say it's one way, but then not bring up the other things that happen with the other companies. Because that's what they do. They'll say, oh, look at this thing that they did. Nintendo did that. Microsoft and Sony wouldn't do that. But then they don't want to talk about price increases for the other systems. They don't want to talk about PSN price increases. They don't want to talk about charging for disk drives. They don't want to talk about making digital-only systems. They don't want to talk about all that. That doesn't prove what they're saying is right. They don't want to discuss that. They only want to discuss their own prerogative and their own narrative. And that's the problem that I have with these people. Because they give a one-sided, biased take. Because they don't like something. I will give you guys every side. I'll give you guys left, right, up, and down. And if you disagree with what I'm saying, you're free to talk. A lot of these guys don't stream. Because if they stream, you would get people flooding in there to call them fraud. So they don't stream. They don't want to stream. Streaming's bad. You're going to get called out. So don't stream. Just make videos and ignore most of the comments or just respond back in comments, but don't stream. Don't have live feedback and don't do debates. If you do debates or you do regular, that's going to be bad for you as well. So shout outs to OmniArch. He did do one debate, but once again, in that debate, we exposed he does not want to talk about things that he likes. Like if he likes something, he does not want to report negatively on it. He did not want to talk to me about that. When I said, well, why don't you report negatively on things that you like things that like you said that you don't like Pokemon anymore, whatever. They're terrible. Okay, I get that, but this isn't doing good, and you like that too, right? Oh no, I don't want to. I see what you're trying to do, man. Oh, maybe I will. He never has, because it's not about that. You know what I'm saying? It's about grifting what you can make off of the schizo audience that's on YouTube. That's what it's about. It's not about reporting on being truthful on all sides. It's not what it's about, you know? Exactly. It's a cherry pick. I don't have a problem with people reporting things truthfully, negative or positive about Nintendo, Microsoft, but like, be fair about it. Look at it from all sides. Don't just report one thing and then just say, oh, well, I'm going to ignore all these other things because it makes my side look, it doesn't make my side look bad, or it's going to make my side look bad. I report on everything. I'll report on the good, the bad, and I'll tell you guys if it's BS. If it's something's bad and it's BS, I'll tell you it's BS, and I'll tell you why it's BS. If something's good, I'll tell you that it's good, and I'll tell you why it's good. You know? I think the huge problem with debates now is that it's more about hate and money rather than it's about facts. No one cares to research or facts. They just do name calling. And I think that's the part of the reason why sometimes I decided that I'm done. I'm not going to do anymore. Not because I'm name calling or anything, but it's because people don't want to research. I mean, that's the problem, is that nobody wants to research anything, you know? So thank you, Brandon, but I appreciate that, fam. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see here. But that's really it, Ninja Please, man. That's just how it is. But I mean, like I said, it's kind of fading though, man. It's like kind of fading. It's not as prevalent anymore because there's less and less to talk about. And once again, there's price increases for all the different systems, so it's not like they can sit there, you know, and talk about it. Remember, since the Switch 2 was revealed, there's been multiple price increases across the board. So it becomes less and less about anti-consumer and price increases and more about, well, Nintendo's gonna do it. Right? That's what you've been seeing from websites. That's what you've been seeing from lots of people. And maybe they will. I say that too. And I'll say I don't like it as well. I'll talk about that too. And I've talked about multiple times how they need to keep the price where it's at. They need to keep it at 400 to 450. And if you're going to raise it up to 500, you need to have mandatory bundle. Put in Echoes of Wisdom. Put in Mario Kart. Make sure that they get something with it. Get some value in there with it. You know, don't just raise the price and you get nothing. You know, that's not good. So that's kind of what I've been saying for quite some time now, you know, with different things. Shout out to everybody watching my video today too. My news video is doing really good, getting a lot of people watching it, 6K plus views, a lot of new subs. So thank you guys so much, man. We are humming along to that. We're going on over 132,000 subscribers. So thank you guys so much, man. We're gonna hit 133,000 probably by the end of the month. We should probably hit 133,000 with some videos that I got coming up here. So 133,000, that's awesome. That's 3K plus new subscribers since like the last month or so. So we are doing good, man. Thank you guys so much for that. Okay, let's open it up a bit. I've been yapping for so long now, and I'm sorry, guys. I've been on eternal OJ yap mode. We're gonna get some questions. We're gonna go over some other Switch 2 news, or anything else that you guys want to talk about as well. So you guys can let me know in the chat what you guys want to talk about, and I will be more than happy. Any other comments? If you disagree with me, feel free to drop a comment. You don't have to feel afraid or anything. If you disagree, drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. I'll be more than happy to address it. Let's see here. What's up, Metal Gaming Dojo? Cuts, man. It's so good to see Cuts Lenova back here. Not Curtis Lenova. Cuts Lenova, not Curtis. What's up, Juice Man Vaughn? The new grift is being a Nintendo financial analyst. Yeah, the new grift is being a Nintendo financial analyst, and the new grift is even when you're like being a financial analyst for Nintendo when you don't even know Nintendo. Like, that is like the new grift. And it's not even new. It's like people have been doing it for a while now. But that is, and then also never talking to anybody else that actually knows Nintendo financial stuff. Like ignoring debates and ignoring discussions like, hey, come on and talk about different stuff so we can kind of come on, like, you know, come to see like common ground or whatever, right? Like that's another thing that people have been doing. It's only the beginning, and Switch 2 can't wait for many years to come. Oh, dude, like, and I've said that, Cuts, like, I think you've probably heard me say that, and I'm not saying that you're saying that because I said that, but, like, that's what I've been saying for a long time. This is just the beginning. And I said that with Switch 1. I'm like, guys, this is just the beginning. A lot of people, they don't like to look, like, future, They like to just look like what's right in front of them and say, I'm going to make predictions for the future based off of like this piece of information right here. And I'm like, I'm just shaking my head. I'm like, this always ends wrong. Or they simply just revert back to the Wii U, you know? And they don't know why the Wii U failed. Or if they talk about why the Wii U failed, they don't know the real reason why it didn't do well. Like the real reason why. Not the media reason, which is, oh, nobody knew the name. Nobody knew what the Wii U is. Huh? Sure, that's part of it, but that's not the real reason. That's not the real, actual root reason. You know? Because remember, the same people who said Wii U's gonna fail said the same thing about the Switch. And the reasoning wasn't because the name. It was because of other things. Okay? Because it's Nintendo and they're stupid. And they don't know what they're doing, right? So, Colin Moriarty did that. You wrote a whole big video about how, I mean, he said the 3DS was gonna fail. He said the Wii U was gonna fail. He said the Switch 1's gonna fail. I mean, he just, every time it's just, they're gonna fail. So the thing about it is that the real reason that the Switch 1 didn't fail, like the Wii U 1, yes, the obvious stuff. Better proposition, better, it's a better type of system. Obviously, it's stronger, better marketing. Yes, that's all the easy surface level, ABC, 1, 2, 3, elementary stuff. But the next level stuff is the games. And I know that sounds crazy. Wait, the games? Yes, the games. Believe it or not, the combination of Nintendo's portable plus home console division in 2013 was the most important decision Nintendo's made in a long time. Since like the Wii. That really set them up to have success for decades. That set them up. Now we got to see after, you know, you complete a decade plus, decade and a half, 2 decades of Switch 1, Switch 2. You got to see where that goes from there. Does it still keep going strong or not? What are you going to do? But that's what kept them relevant, because they knew that they had to leverage their portable division, which is always successful for the most part. But they had to somehow get that to where their home console people will buy portable and their portable people will buy home console. Well, what can you do? You need Pokemon, you need Animal Crossing, you need Fire Emblem, but you can't, with how development costs are going up, with how HD is coming up, you cannot consistently make 2 separate devices and have Animal Crossing on portable, Animal Crossing on home console. Smash Brothers on portable, Smash Brothers on home console. It does not make sense. Financially, it does not make sense at all. So that's really the next level thing. That is the biggest difference between the Wii U and the Switch. The Wii U did not get Nintendo's best shot. It did not get their biggest and best-selling franchises in all aspects. The Switch did. The Switch was successful because it leveraged their portable hybrid nature to surprisingly effective degree, and it had a gimmick and a thing that people have loved from Nintendo's past. The Super Game Boy, the Game Boy Advance player, people loved those. Loved it. But now you had it in a way where it was one device, all in one, with Pokemon, with Fire Emblem, with Metroid, with Animal Crossing, with everything. With Mario, with Zelda, and now you can play it like a Game Boy out on the go. Then you can take that same game and play it at home. It was the concept, vibe, marketing, games, all of that combined made the Switch 1 the most successful system of all time, if you look at it. And I'm not talking about just sales. I'm talking about actual impact. I'm talking about the fact that it never got a price drop, and the fact that, you know, compared to other systems that sold more like the PS2, never got a price drop, yet it still sold in the ballpark. Some people feel that it sold more, made more money, if you want to talk about financially. So that's what happened. That is the real thing of what happened with it. People that don't know what they're talking about will just say marketing or just say the name. No, it goes beyond that. It's more than that. If the Switch didn't get Pokemon, didn't get Animal Crossing, didn't get Smash Brothers, if it didn't get those games, it would have flopped just like the Wii U. It would have flopped just like it. Colin and others like him in the media were saying Nintendo was going to fail since the GameCube and Nintendo should go third party. Yeah, that's true. Just say it every single time, and hopefully you're right, you know? So yeah, man. Says, what's hot on the Switch 2? I'm happy to be back. Switch 1 was decent, but let me down. Steam Deck ruined the Switch for me. Played most of my games on there, but Switch 2 has not let me down. Yeah, I mean, I wish I could say the same, but I dislike the Steam Deck because I honestly rather just play games on Switch 1. But I see why you feel that way, considering the performance of a lot of games on Switch 1 compared to Steam Deck. But I don't like portable PCs. I don't like them at all. Although Steam Deck does a pretty good job with it, Steam OS and all that. So I feel you on that one. Looks like Pragmatic performs decently on Switch 2. Yes, it does. I have a review copy, so I'm going to play it myself. Did you news stop killing games movement? Now they have made a build, make games pass and always online, make the game offline refund, and the stop services. Yeah, I heard about that. I did see some videos on that, but I'm not 100% informed on everything. But yeah, that's cool. PC handles are expensive and takes longer to work with. Yeah, I don't like. I think PC handles for me is like the problem would be like the docking aspect of it. That's what made me like when I got the Steam Deck, like the docking was not smooth. Maybe yours is better, but I want to be able to smoothly dock the system and it plays and not have any issues. And Steam Deck always had issues for me. Like I said, maybe not for you, but for me it did. So to me, Steam Deck became expendable at that point when I couldn't dock it and play it normally. And I wasn't gonna buy their, like, I'm not gonna sit there and buy back and forth docks and all that. I bought one dock that everybody told me that was really good, but everyone said that works just fine. I got it. It did not work with my LG very well. It worked a little bit better with my monitor, but it did not work with my LG, my OLED. This one right here. I've had this one since 2020. So that's the problem that I had. Let's see here. Speaking of Wii U, I can't wait for Scott the Waz's part 3 of his Wii U retrospective. It really gives a good reflection of how the Wii U was perceived at the time. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. I hope it's good. I have my own too if you want to check mine out as well, but it's not 3 parts, it's just 1. OJ, my point is kind of like how all the discussion is about financial performance and sales and data and all that, but for you, what games are you playing through right now? Well, I mean, I've been playing Xenoblade Chronicles X. I mean, I post all of my gameplay and all of that, Ninja Please. So unlike some of these other people that talk financials and never post their gameplay or never post reviews or never post their roundups for the year, I do that. I showed you guys my roundup. It's on my Twitter account. It's public. So I tell you guys what games I'm playing. And if I finish a game, I review the game or I tell you guys. So I always talk about it. In my live streams, I talk about that. You know, so I've been playing Xenoblade Chronicles X. We talked about that today, about the, you know, like what it does. And we talked about that versus Trails in the Sky first chapter. So I see what you're saying, Ninja Please. But there are definitely more people that talk about gaming. I'm talking about a specific type of person, you know, or people on YouTube. But yeah, I have Xenoblade Chronicles X review that's coming out probably next week. So if you want to watch that, you can. But if you follow me on Twitter, you'll see, I mean, I talk about the games that I play. I post my gameplay stuff. I post my hours after I'm done. And I'll say, hey, I put this many hours, and I'll give you guys proof that I did. So, Resident Evil. Yeah, I played Resident Evil. I beat that game earlier this year, too. I posted my footage of, or I posted my results after I beat the game. So, OJ, I've been missing all your streams. What's up? Hey, yo, C. Clark, what's up, man? No, that's, yeah, CK Darwin, what's up, man? Been catching your videos, saw one of the latest that mentioned the current eShop sale. How good is Hades 2 on Switch 2? It's awesome. It runs at 120 FPS. So, I mean, if you like rogue games, or if you've played Hades 1 and you like Hades 1, you'll love Hades 2. PC add-ons are a little janky, but when you get them work, it's fun, but it takes time to get used to. Nah, I can't, man. I had mine for a year plus, and I feel you on that one, Stiv. I think that you're right, but nah, man, nah, I'm good. I have the ROG Ally. That's the worst system that's ever been created in the like, not in human history, but it's one of the worst systems ever. It's easily one of the worst systems ever made. Is the ROG Ally. The 2023 ROG Ally is one of the worst systems ever. It's terrible. So I had to get rid of that the same day that I got it. I got a Steam Deck, and that's a lot better. So I will give Valve credit. It is better, but it's just not. It's not quite good enough. And I don't mean graphically. I mean as a system. There's always updates. There's always weird stuff happening. It doesn't dock smoothly enough. Like, it's just not. There's no actual performance difference when it does dock either. But nah, man, I'm good. I'm done. I don't think there's anybody that can then tell me that. Oh man, but if you try, no, I'm done. I can't. I'm not. I'll never again buy it unless a portable PC actually becomes like a real regular system. No more Windows stuff, man, and no more a million downloads every 5 seconds. Like I'm not doing that. Too much issues, too much jank. It's not even worth it. Like, and I think another problem for me too is that the games that you can play on there are not. There's nothing good enough for me, at least, that's worth investing the time to do it. Like, what are all the great games? Like indie stuff, right? Like, what are all the great games that I'm gonna play on a Steam Deck? That's gonna be incredible on a Steam Deck. Like, what is there? There's not much, unless you're sitting there and trying to play Nintendo games, right? You're emulating old games. Okay, I don't want to play old games. I gotta play my new games. So it's like, for me, there's nothing. PC doesn't offer enough good stuff, you know, without me having to hack or glitch or to emulate. Like, I don't want to do all that. Like, I just don't feel like doing all that. So I'm too lazy, and I don't want it. So yeah, there you go. No, I saw your comments on PC handhelds. I see what you said. It's not plug and play. It's different. I feel you on that one, Corey. Yeah. My bill can come make studios think twice about making live service games. If they have to refund people for fails. Yeah, that's true. It can, Daniel. Absolutely. It can. Yo, CK with the 2 says, just wanted to show some love. Thanks, OJ. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for the $2 dono. Hey, yo. Appreciate that. Let's go. 84 on the board. We are close to the platinum 139. We got 16 more combos. I think so. Yeah, 16 more, and we will get that. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate it. Let's go. 84 on the board. We are going
Even further beyond.
Yes, sir. New subscriber, Crimson. Hey, thank you, Crimson. Thank you for subscribing, man. I appreciate that. We're in random Q&A, Felipe. We've been in random Q&A and random discussion now for like, let me check. For like at least 20 to 30 minutes. We've been doing that. So, yeah, we've been in it for a while now. Let's see, I agree. I love PC gaming, but because it's like an Xbox, PC, and PlayStation in one, there's a layer of junk on it, and I hate tinkering. When I get off work, I just want to press power and go. Exactly. I just want to press power and go. You know, for the longest time, and I tell this story all the time, Stiv, and I tell this story like before they added sleep mode to Steam Deck, I was trying to download Helldivers on my Steam Deck OLED to play it. And I kept on, it's like, oh, I gotta download all this data. Like, I'm like, okay, let me just put it in sleep mode, and it will download it. And every time that I woke, like, I pressed the power button and the screen would turn off, I thought, oh, it's in sleep mode, it's downloading. But every time that I would turn my system back on, it wasn't downloading. There wasn't anything that was happening. So I'm thinking, do I have to enable sleep mode? Is there no sleep? Like, I didn't know. I thought that I was messing something up because I didn't download some type of kernel or update or Steam Gaben tinker or something. I didn't know. Lo and behold, after I get rid of my Steam Deck, I think it was late last year, they add a sleep function, and I'm like, I'm an idiot. The whole time I thought the Steam Deck had a sleep function that lets you download stuff while the system is in sleep, and it did not. And I was like, yeah, dude, screw this. Like, and I'd already sold my system, but I'm like, this is the reason why I sold my system, because of stuff like that, you know. It's for things like that. How do you feel about gaming in general? To me, it feels like it's missing something. I think you meant missing. You said messing, but I think you meant missing something. Yeah, I think that. No, I feel you on that one. You know, Crimson. Right now, for me, I'm playing Sauce. So I'm playing the stuff that I feel reminds me of old games. I'm playing a game that's 10 years old. I'm playing Xenoblade Chronicles X. I just finished that. And I'm gonna play Trails in the Sky first chapter. That's also an old game made modern. So I'm playing stuff that, you know, that I like. But when it comes to new games and stuff like that, it always feels like there's like a monkey paw. Like in stuff that's like Crimson Desert, or it's like weird stuff. There's very few games that are coming out in today's day that I feel like, oh my gosh, it's like a knockout. Or it's like old school. We got Resident Evil, that was great. But then I think they kind of fluttered, you know, Monster Hunter Stories 3. I think that's a little bit too much. like Sony, or even like, not Sony, but a little bit too much like yee, you know, or like whatever, like ooh, like Razor Ramon or something. There's too much that one. That I don't like the direction that they went with that game. I think it should have went in a different direction, but whatever, right? But yeah, I think that there's a little bit of there's just something's kind of there's less pizzazz. But I think a game like Pragmata, that's a throwback. I think that's gonna check out Pragmata. That's like a throwback to like the 7th generation type game, with some new elements added in. So there are games you just gotta have to kind of like look for them. You gotta have to, you know, kind of wade through some of the other stuff to get to those games. What's your opinion on the Steam Machine? I mean, the Steam Machine, it's not out yet, but my opinion is I don't need it. But we'll see how easy or not it makes PC gaming. And if it makes it really easy and it's not hard to hook it in and play, I might consider getting it so I can play my Steam library. But once again, I need to see the price and all that. I think Obscure's Expedition 33 is going to come to Switch too. I think it's coming. Yeah, I thought the same thing about the Steam Deck initially. You're right. They dropped an update second half of last year. There's no freaking sleep function until 3 years later. I'm like, okay, yeah, all right, yeah, I'm done. I'm. That's what I said. I said I'm never coming back. That right there made me say I'm never ever coming back after that. You know. Yeah, it feels too PC. Even though it's like a turn-based RPG, it feels too. I don't like the direction. Like, I don't like the performance on Switch 2. I don't like the direction of what they did, me personally. But whatever, you know. What's your opinion on Nintendo hype culture and the obsession with Nintendo directs and quote needing Nintendo to say something? I think it's more of a content creator problem. Yeah, it's more of a content creator, I need to make money problem more so than anything. Than it is like an actual gamer problem, because most gamers have either not enough money to buy what they want or enough money to buy what they want but too much that don't have enough time. So I think it's really more of a I can't hype something, you know. As me, I like hype. I'm a direct guy. I like all that type of stuff. But the difference between me is that I actually tried to build a genuine, real discussion around gaming here. So if we don't get a direct in the last, how many months has it been? It's fine. I don't need directs every single 10 days or every single whatever to try to build hype. We can talk about the media. We can talk about, we can make jokes about handheld PCs. We can talk about, you know, other games that are coming. We can talk about RPGs. There's all sorts of stuff that we can do, you know.
The
Just
ROG
with the 3.
Ally started my PC handheld hater arc.
Yeah.
Lol.
The ROG Ally started my arc. The Steam Deck helped suppress it. But then ultimately when I saw the Switch 2, it made it just basically say I don't need this system. And then the Banana arc and the Schizo arc and the AI Slop Tuber arc, all these complete weirdos that came after me after I made my video, that made me just laugh and hate portable, not hate, but made me clown portable PCs even more. So that just made me clown them even more and made me say bring it on even more, you know, after that. Because like the worst that you can do or say to me is say something about, oh well, I don't care, I don't watch. So I'll say whatever I want, and I'll have the benefit of not having to watch their slop, you know, and they have to watch me. They have to watch me and get salty and get mad because I talked about their precious portable PC, or I talked about whatever, or they don't like what I said, or they call me bootlicker, or some stupid nonsense. So fine by me. I think that's a good deal. I don't have to watch, and I can clown and make fun, and you gotta watch me, and you don't like me, so. Imagine watching people that you don't like all the time. That seems like torture. Imagine rotting your life away doing that. That sounds terrible. But yes, that's what I think. That started my real PC handheld hater arc, was when I had schizos getting mad and questioning every single thing that I said in a very genuine video where I did not lie about a single thing. There was no lies in that video whatsoever. There was all, one, my opinion and my thoughts on things, and two, I was right. Look at the Switch 2. It's significant. It's better than Steam Deck. I mean, it clearly is. It outsold, not that sales mean it's better, but it outsold it in 3 days. People clearly feel that Switch 2 is better, and it's not even about power. about the functionality and the ease of the system. They clearly feel it's better and easier to use and has games that they want to play that are not available on Steam Deck. So I was right, you know. I ultimately was right about the Switch 2. So yeah, it makes me feel good. And it makes me, like I said, hate the... Not that I hate people that play portable PCs. I just don't like them. It's not even just about that. It's also about like the prices of them. It's also about the... sorry, I'm just about to clean this thing. It's about the prices of them. It's also about the functionality of them. It's also about just like everything about them sucks. Like a lot of things just suck about them. A lot of these portable PC people, like, they don't make like actual games. They just release new systems over and over and over. That's lame. That's corny. It's a hack. It's fake. It's fake handheld gaming. It's not real. So that's another thing too, that I dislike. So yeah. But thank you, Justin, for the 3. I appreciate that. Let's get that on the board as well. 87. Was that 13 combos away? We are almost there to the platinum. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate that. I know he's not worth watching. That's why I don't watch. I can only stomach about 10 to 15 minutes of his hour and a half damage control video. I've never seen a more pathetic slop in my life. What a sniveling, weak, broken, lying grifter. Pathetic. You can't just admit that you're wrong. Gotta sit there and make like, it's so pathetic. Gosh, grow a spine. Can't even really admit that you're wrong. An hour and a half damage control. That's wild to me. I've never seen that in my life. Non-live stream, like literally like edited video. Damage control. Hour and a half. What a weak simp. Is it that they make those handheld PCs their whole personality? We get you can play GameCube games? Yeah. Oh, man. That's pretty pathetic, dude. It's pretty pathetic. Large portion of the gamers still playing last gen, around 30% still on PS4, more on PS5 when the PS6 is launched. So a new Sony game from PS6 only will only sold less than PS gamers are divided into 3 platforms. Maybe so, Commando, but I don't know how it's gonna go from here. Yes, Pragmata. You don't know about the game Pragmata? There's a demo that's available on all platforms. It's a throwback, kind of like third-person shooter with hacking mechanics. It's really cool. Let's see here. Where did you sell your Steam Deck? eBay, but I should have sold it like on Facebook Marketplace instead or something like that, because eBay took way too much of it. But I still had enough to buy the Switch 2 and all that. I need to sell all my Windows PC handhelds. Absolute garbage. The ROG Ally, like I said, Steam Deck, I can understand playing that, keeping that. Even like ROG Ally X to a degree, it's a pretty powerful handheld that can play a lot of games. You know, PC, like high quality PC level games, portable. You know, if you got the money, that's fine. I still don't feel like dealing with all the nonsense with that, so I'm good. Gaming isn't... AAA games aren't that good in today's day for me to do that. But like the 2023 ROG Ally is a piece of dookie. That thing's trash. It is not good. Had IGN write a whole article from someone talking about, oh, I like that. That system's good. No, it's not. Fraudulent. Let's see here. These third-party developers need to stop screwing up Nintendo Switch 2 versions of games series that were first exclusive to Nintendo systems to make it multi-platform. I agree. You know, or games that will sell best on Nintendo platforms. You know, the latest is like what? Monster Hunter Stories 3. You know, that it's not terrible. Obviously, it runs at 60 in battles, but the non-battles and like I said, just some of the direction just feels... I don't know, there's something with that game that, like, after playing the first game and the second game, it feels like they evolved things, but then, like, they didn't. Like, it just doesn't quite feel... There's just something off. I don't know, Justin, I think Justin played more than me, but there's just something off with that game. Not that it's a bad game. It's a good game, but there's just something. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel Xenoblade and even Trails just spanks that game. Just bops it. Xenoblade X, bops it. Like, I played the demo, and I played Xenoblade X, like, close in succession, because, you know, Xenoblade X just destroys it. Like, I don't think it's even close, but people on Twitter will tell you, oh, Monster Hunter Stories 3, oh, it's better. PS5, it's better. It's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Like, but hey, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I don't, that game's not better. It's just not. Let's see here. Helix with the 5, it says, unpopular opinion, Nintendo is really Arlo. I'm serious. Thank you for the 5, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, they both have that annoying sounding voice and wrong on everything, or wrong on a lot of financial stuff when it comes to Nintendo. That's true. 92 on the board. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate that. Let's go, Combo Breaker. I gotta be honest, I like the Switch 2 over the Steam Deck because it's more portable, better performance, and less noisy hot temp. I've always played all systems, but I had a short PC villain arc. PC villain arc. Let's go. I sold my Steam Deck for an Android emulation handheld, best decision I ever made. I might want to get that 4 thingy. That looks like it's pretty cool, so I might want to get that just for like if I do want to play some classics. Yo, Nate Dogg, what's up, man? Welcome. How you doing today? Thank you for the 5, though, Helix. I appreciate that, fam. Capcom stated that PC is their fastest-growing platform. You can clearly see that they were chasing PC crowd to the detriment of the series. I agree. I think that they were kind of chasing the PC crowd with a huge open world and things that, you know, PC people value in games. But the problem, though, is that PC people don't value, full price games. They don't value, like, you know, if it's not like
Pokemon Legends
graphics.
CA ruined Stories 3 for me. This what I really think happened to me.
Yeah, and I think that was also a thing too, right? Because we were all playing the same games at the same time. So Pokemon Legends ZA came out, and yes, Monster Hunter Stories 3 has much better atmosphere, has better graphics, but I think Pokemon Legends ZA, me personally, I enjoyed Legends ZA more. I felt the game flow was better. I felt obviously the performance was better on the Switch too. Performance was better, game flow was better, and the combat system was better. And like the amount of like the Pokemon that you got and like how you got them, how you caught them was better. I don't like robbing cradles, robbing eggs. I don't find robbing eggs like a great way to catch. And like the breeding system, I don't like it. I don't think it's good. I didn't like it in 2. I don't like it here. It's okay, but I'm not a fan of how like you capture, like how you raise your monsties. I think Pokemon just does it way better. I mean, even like the original Red and Blue does it better than Monster Hunter Stories, any of the Monster Hunter Stories games. But yeah, Pokemon Legends ZA came out, and then Xenoblade came out, and then Monster Hunter came out, and it's like, and like Trails in the Sky came out, and I played all of those. I played all those RPGs, and it's like, yeah, like this one's not as good. It's just not as good as the other ones that I've been playing. Like the other action RPGs that I played 3 other action RPGs in close, like somewhat. I mean, obviously Pokemon was the year before, 2025 October, but it was still fresh on my mind. And I played Xenoblade and I played Trails all like in succession. So it was like, yeah, Monster Hunter Stories seems to be like the worst one out of all those. Not that it's bad, because all those games are good. But yeah, it looks like they were trying to chase like the graphics PC crowd and open world and more so than the actual gameplay mechanics and combat system. Yes, it's a good combat system. It's not a bad combat system, but there's just something off with it. Like I said, it's hard for me to say, but it's just something off. But I don't know why they would chase the PC crowd. To me, it should have been built. It should have been built with the Switch 2 in mind, and I don't think it was. But we can look at the Steam DB, Monster Hunter Stories, Monster Hunter Stories 3. So we can look at that. Let me see what it says. Monster Hunter Stories, Twisted Reflection. So we can look at that. And yeah, I mean, if you look at the current price is $70. It's not. It's not gonna. People aren't gonna buy it for $70 on PC. That's not happening. So that's not gonna happen. But yeah, it didn't launch to any massive numbers on Steam or anything like that. I think it actually sold best on Switch too, even with how it was. But hey, whatever. What do I know? Have you busted the seal on the Subnautica yet? I know you're busy, but just curious on your thoughts on it. I have not. I actually forgot about that game completely. Oh my gosh, dude. I totally forgot that I even had that game. If you didn't remind me, I don't think I would have ever remembered. If somebody did not remind me that I have Subnautica, I would have never remembered that I even have that game. Yeah, my bad. Oh yeah, ZA is definitely not perfect. Like the city needs more variety. The graphics could be better. The windows, the online, like the multiplayer isn't perfect. Dude, there's a lot of things that it could be better for sure. But the combat, the music, the combat, and the story is actually pretty good. Chelsea has a better story than Monster Hunter Stories, in my opinion. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. That's why I compared Monster Hunter Stories 3 to Daemon X Machina Titanic Scion. Oh, while chasing that PC, PS5 crowd, screwed the Switch 2 version. Yeah. Yep. Not quite as bad as that, but close. But close. Depending on what you're playing and how it's all set up, Android emulation, gaming basic old consoles a nightmare. Yeah, I don't do any Android emulation. Like, I don't play like stuff on my phone or anything like that. I don't do any of that because I don't care. I do not care. Shout out to Bloody Tears. One of the greatest soundtracks of all time. Or just music, gaming music just in general. Castlevania. Don't sleep. Started to sound like, bro, I totally forgot about Subnautica, man. I totally forgot about it. Totally forgot about that. So, my bad. I'll play it at some point, I think. I don't know. I might. Who knows? Oh, man. Hit the like button, though, guys, if you have not hit that like button. I have not been spamming you guys with telling you guys to hit the like button. So we're at 118. So it would be awesome if we can get to 150 likes. That would be great. You guys were hitting the like button so much, we were able to get way more viewers in here than we've had usually before. Well, not way more, but more than what we usually get. So hit the like button, guys. And remember, if you have questions, we got 30 minutes left on the stream. So if you guys have questions, you can tag me at PlayerEssence, hashtag PlayerEssence, Players by itself. More than happy to answer all of your questions. So go ahead and tag me and I got you guys, all right? Let's see here. I'm happy we are getting Ball Pit PS5 physical, by the way. I didn't even know that we are getting that, but that's cool. I know you were kind of on the fence with the new Castlevania art direction. I'm still on the fence. But did the new trailer from last week change your mind a little? Because John Spawnwave seems hype. Let me watch the new... I don't think I've seen the new trailer yet. Castlevania. Let me take a look. That was from like 7 days ago, right? The Belmont's Curse gameplay commentary trailer, or just the... Yeah, I think this is the new one. Yeah, I don't think I've watched it yet. I think I need to... I probably should have covered it, but I didn't. I just forgot. Let me take a look.
Hello, I'm Matt from Evil Empire, the studio behind Castlevania Belmont's Curse. We first worked on this beloved franchise with the Return to Castlevania DLC for Dead Cells. Since then, we've moved away from our roguelike roots and have been busy building a brand new 2D action-adventure game.
And I'm speaking for Taniguchi-san from
Thank God that they are moving away from their roguelite roots and they're building a regular game. Thankfully. Good.
Army. My team worked on the Castlevania collections, as well as collabs with external studios. Evil Empire's tribute turned out so good, we really couldn't miss the chance to work with them again.
Together, we're continuing our collaboration for the 40th anniversary of the franchise. Being a French team, we were arrogant enough to set the game in France. Except for me, of course, being a humble Englishman. Now, let me set the scene. The year is 1499, and Paris has been invaded by Dracula's forces. As at Belmont, you will hunt down monsters across the city, scaling the sacred spires of Notre Dame, descending into the skull-lined catacombs, and dueling corrupted legends like Joan of Arc.
Okay, yeah, I
Only
like
the
that.
raisin baguettes are missing, but I think you've had enough of that already. And what will become of Paris when Dracula's castle finally emerges? Well, you'll have to wait a little longer to find out.
Castlevania, Belmont's Curse.
I mean, I still don't like love the like art style, but it's not bad, but I still want a more gritty looking. It's too like it's too snaky. It's too slithery and smoothy. It's not gritty. Like, and I mean like graphics like with like dirt, you know? Everybody looks very clean. Like they like everybody smell. It's like they all smell good. They all take showers. They're clean. There's not enough grime on it. Like the graphics look too pristine. And that's the issue. That's the only issue that I have. The gameplay looks great. The combat looks good enough. It looks very good. But it just looks too clean. The image looks too clean. The gameplay looks too, like I said, it's like slithery. It's hard for me to explain. But there needs to be some grit on there. And it doesn't seem like there's any grit on there. If you go back and you look at some of the older Castlevania games, even through pixel art, it looks a bit gritty. Too slick. Yeah, it's too slick. It's too smoothie. You know? Like Castlevania is supposed to be like, you ever had like water? Of course, you guys have all drink water. You know how like smooth water is? Like purified water? And have you ever like drank like a smoothie where there's like chunks? It's not like a really watery smoothie, but it's like a thick smoothie that's like a bit gritty. It's supposed to be like that. Or even like soup, where it's like really soupy compared to a bit more chunky. Like Castlevania is chunky. It's not smooth. It's chunky. And this is too smooth. And that's my only issue. Not with the actual gameplay. Everything looks way too sleek and smooth for my taste. As somebody who's been playing Castlevania for 40 years. I've been playing Castlevania since the beginning. So it's not like I'm a newbie when it comes to this. And every Castlevania game feels gritty. Feels dirty. This feels too smooth. Like she smells like cherry blossoms and like rainbows or something. Like, and it needs to be more gritty. But that's fine. Outside of that, there's no problem. No, I didn't watch the Lego Batman thing, and I'm not gonna watch it. I didn't watch the Lego Batman thing, and I ain't gonna watch it. But yeah, because I'm not really super excited for Lego Batman. But yeah. Yeah, it needs to be a little darker. It needs to be a little bit... Like I said, I think with these graphics, it's hard to make it darker. It's hard to make it more gritty with these type of graphics. So, it's fine. Like, for what it is, it's fine. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a blast playing it. It's going to play good. Dead Cells plays really smooth and good. And it's not a rogue game. So, it's fine. I don't think... I mean, it looks better than, like, the what's it called game? The God of War 2D game. So, it looked better than that. Maybe not say much, but still, look better than that. And also, thank you, Sean Boyd, with the subscription. Appreciate that. Welcome to the Elite Ninja Village. Big love, though. Shout outs to Justin with that, getting us 8 combos away from the Platinum 139 streak. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's kind of like Hades-like with its graphical style, which Hades is very smooth too, but Hades obviously is a new IP, so I don't have any previous expectations. You know, Bath and Body Works Castlevania. That's a fair assessment. I agree with that. I'm a sucker for Castlevania. Oh well, still can use some grit. Yeah, I'm a sucker for Castlevania too. I'm still gonna play it. I mean, that's not. I mean, I'm still gonna play the game. Like, we're playing the game. You know. So Dead Cells, vanilla, rinse and repeat. Castlevania has a specific mood to it. Exactly. It's like too much like Dead Cells. Kind of like like I said, too smooth. But like I said, whatever. You know, whatever. I mean, it might be really good. It probably will be solid. The combat looks good. It could be a solid 8 out of 10 plus, right? So, as a huge God of War fan, I was highly disappointed by that 2D game. We didn't need that. I mean, I would have loved the 2D game. I just wanted it to be like, once again, like kind of like Metroid Dread, or I mean, even if it looked like this Castlevania game, I think it would have been better than what they did. Anything would have been better than what we got with that thing. So this doesn't fit God of War style. Let's see here. I totally agree. It's not only that, it kind of has that cheap mobile game animation going, like the spiritual successor RPG that's similar to Chrono that you mentioned. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Chrono Trigger is a grittier looking, chunky game, you know, like with sprites, a chunky game. Even Chrono Cross, you can say it's kind of chunky. It's obviously graphics are different, but Chrono Cross is a chunky, like, okay, if you're gonna take Chrono Trigger and put it in 3D, that's maybe what you think it looked like, you know, going from Super Nintendo to PS1. It's gritty and it's chunky, it's bright, but so is Chrono Trigger. So that was okay to me when that came out. But yeah, I forgot what it's called, but that game, yeah, it just looks, the art style, it's like they're copying Chrono Trigger, but it does not remind me of, they should have went with pixel art. Like, I don't think that was the best choice for that game. Daniel with the $2 dono says Call of Duty movie is happening if you missed the news. I did miss the news, and I am not gonna go watch the Call of Duty movie. So yeah, I'm out. But I did miss the news. It seems like they're making movies on everything. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna go to movie theaters to watch a Call of Duty movie. So yeah, that's not happening. Let's see here. Contra 4 art was pretty nice. Let's see. They could have put that in the next game as a 3D scenario. What? Castlevania? Or not Call of Duty? Oh, you mean the, what's it called? The God of War thing. 95 now on the
Even further beyond!
5 combos away from that platinum 139, my man. Kevin with the $1 says, can I get some music from Legend of Dragoon? Yes, you can. Thank you for the $1 dono. Legend of Dragoon. Legend of Dragoon. Music. There's a track that I really like, but I don't remember what track it is in Legend of Dragoon. No, this is not it, but whatever. We'll play it. You don't want to see Nicki Minaj on the big screen in that COD movie? No, I do. I especially now. No. How do you feel about Replaced? If you played it, will you play it eventually? I don't really have any opinions. I don't really know too much about the game, so I don't really have too much opinions about the game. Not right now, at least. Maybe later. But yeah, right now, nothing really. So nothing yet. I thought the God of War 2D was a cool idea, though. It is a cool idea. Just I don't think, like, once again, the art style was not what maybe they should have done. Not what they should have done. I'm done with big Nicki Minaj, bro. I'm good. I'm out. I am out. that game should have remake Legend of Dragoon. It should have a remake. I think that'd be great. It'd be awesome. I think it'd be really good. Well, then I don't like not much blood in the God of War 2D. Add some blood and I enjoy it more. Well, I mean, if that's it, then I mean, I guess. You know, Mark Wahlberg will be in the COD movie. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Mark Wahlberg. I'll be honest. I think he's a good actor, and I think he's solid. But yeah, you know, I mean, he's okay. Like he's all right. But yeah, it's all good, you know. Yo, CK with another $1 dono. Hey, yo, man, I appreciate that. Let's go. 4 more combos, and we've got the platinum extension. Hey, yo, guys, I appreciate that. Let's go. Thank you for that, CK. Let's see, but OJ, that Nicki Minaj skin in Warzone, he had a blast. He had a blast as her and Dark kept on staring. Good times. Yeah. Oh my gosh. For those who don't know, Nicki Minaj has like a pretty realistic looking skin in Call of Duty, like even proportioned like with her butt. So, and she wears like hot pink. So shout out to my man Andre Wine. He sponsored a stream, paid well for a sponsorship for a stream, for me to play the game for a couple of hours. So I played it, and he told me to use the Nicki Minaj skin, so I bought it. And for some, like, the problem is that her butt like sticks out of things. Like it's like you can see it sticking out of things, and like people can shoot you more easy. That's the problem. Mac Meg with the 5.
I agree with your opinion. Castlevania has a representative of having a gothic, dark, old 1700s historic art style or a gritty anime one.
Yeah.
This looks more like a Saturday morning cartoon on the Cartoon Network than a video game open mouth smile.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's just too sterilized, too smooth. But you know, whatever. It's better than no Castlevania. Big love to Mac Meg with the $5 donation. Let's get us to the platinum break. Oh, let's go. Limit break. My man Cloud coming through like always. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate that. Big love to Mac Meg with the $5 dono. Now we can go.
Even further beyond.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one, man. I agree with you on that one. But to the Nicki Minaj point, Mac Mega, my teammate Dark, we were playing like duos or whatever the heck it was, like the battle royale duos, and Dark kept on staring at Nicki Minaj, like instead of covering, like, cause like the ring was like coming closer, and instead of covering like the door, he's staring at me. So then 2 people walk in, and I'm like, Dark, we gotta shoot. And I'm only shooting, and Dark has to turn around, and we both die. And I'm like, Dark, bruh, why are you looking at me because of my skin instead of actually covering our flank, covering the door, bruh? So we lost one because of that. But we actually almost won. I think we got 2nd place one time. So we got very close to winning one, but we didn't. Trying to buy, oh man, you're broke trying to buy a house soon? Hey man, I feel you on, brother. I feel you on that one, brother. Good luck. What if the Switch Lite, what if Nintendo used Switch Lite as a touchscreen Pro controller for Wii U and 3DS type gameplay on Switch 2? I mean, technically they could, but I think the problem with getting all those to function normally, and not only function normally, but also function without input delay and lag, would be an issue, would be a problem. Because they weren't built to be that way, so. No, he was staring at my front and like eyeing me up and down, like, so that was the problem. Yeah, we were both hiding in the bathroom. We were both like you know, prone, or not prone, but like squat, you know, like hiding in the bathroom, waiting for the ring, and 2 people walk in, and I'm shooting, but I can't kill both of them, and Dark takes too long to turn around, and we both get clapped, and I'm like, Dark, stop looking. I'm telling him, yo, look, Dark. He's like, he didn't care. He's like, like Beavis and Butthead or something, you know? So. Shout out to Dark though. Let's see here. I was joking. Oh, it's like Mark Wahlberg is in every military movie. Oh no, I have no issue. I think he's a good actor. Obviously, he's a good actor. It's just I don't. He's just I'm good. Yeah, Dark did not care at all. He didn't care at all. I'm not holding what Mark Wahlberg said in the '80s against him. I'm not holding that against him. I mean, it's not a real person, so it's like, what do you clap? See, how are you gonna get distracted by a fake polygon booty of a fake real? Yeah, it's fake. It's double fake. So he was distracted. It was silly. Wish you luck though, CK, man. It's tough to buy a house in these days, man. It's not easy. Make sure you guys hit that like button too, guys. We're at 131 likes. We need to get to 150 likes, so we need about 20 more likes on the stream. And remember, we did have a video that went out today, so that video is doing pretty good. What I've noticed that a lot of my videos that are released midday kind of start slow just because people are not seeing it or at work or whatever, then they kind of pick up later down the line. So thank you guys for watching my video today. New subs, been awesome. Appreciate all that. If you haven't seen my video, make sure you check it out. It's a dope video. We talk about a lot of Nintendo Switch 2 stuff and all that. I'm going to see tomorrow. Maybe I'll work on my video for like the big what's it called? The big roundup of different games. So we just might do like a news video. We'll see which one I end up doing. I might wait till Sunday though to start working on that video. So we'll see what I end up doing or not. Video game crush is Domina. I don't even know who that is. Who's Domina? Thanks, OJ. It's a tough market these days. I lived in Japan for about a decade. Oh, okay. Are you trying to buy a house in the States here, or were you trying? What country are you trying to buy a house in? We had fun times in the multiplayer streams back then. Yeah, fun times until I got tired of multiplayer. Don't worry though. We'll get it. We'll get it back one of these. I think we just need the Switch 2 to really just kind of. We need Smash. I think we get Smash. We get Splatoon and Smash. Things change a little bit. We gonna be on the Spawncast this weekend. If my eyes don't tire out from my what's it called? My birthday stream, then yeah, I'll be there. So yeah, just get me some Smash. I think Smash is going to be the game that really gets me to playing online more. Because, dude, I was addicted to multiverses. Like, I was like, yo, multiverses. We out here with multiverses, we out here. So I was like that, man. I was like that with multiverses. And I was playing the game a lot. I liked it, but then they ruined it. They went offline for a while, then they ruined it. It came back and it was trash. It was literally big and blocky and trash. So they ruined it, man. Nearly zero savings. You're trying to buy a house with nearly zero savings? I'm American, moved back to America about a year ago, moved back with zero. Oh, you moved back with zero savings. Oh, yeah, that's not good. So were you able, okay, so now you were able to save for a year now? How bad do you need a house? Because I would say you might want to save for a little bit longer than that. But I'm not here to tell you how to police your funds and all that though. But knowing what I know, because I've bought 2 houses now. This is my second house that I've bought. Knowing what I know, you got FHA loan on that one, or if you got FHA, then it's a bit easier because the down payment is not. I got FHA on my first house. My second house, I did not. And I swear, when I had to do the down payment, like a single tear went down my eye, and a single tear. I was just like, I hate life right now. This is not good. This is not good. So if you can do FHA, do it. I didn't have the best impression of multiverses. I mean, yeah, part of it, because you ran away from actually, you know, playing for real in that tournament that we had. You were scared of Nikat and Void, so. See, bought my house in 2020. The market is cooked. Yeah. I mean, my wife, like, I had a house. I bought that house in 2015/2016. And it was so good back then. Man, it was such a good market. Low interest rate. Everything was fine. So good. But then my wife, she did not like the area. She didn't like the house. So we had to move. And I was like, this is terrible. But it's just gotten worse. So it's just gotten worse. I bought this house in 2023, but I didn't get to move in until 2024 because we had to do remodeling. Let's see here. Honestly, I didn't think Pokemon Champs would be all that, but it's actually kind of addicting. It is kind of addicting, like from everything that I've heard so far. And yeah, young people should live with their parents because right now the housing market is not nice to young people. That tournament got me to delete the game. I made a good investment. I mean, yeah, like when you're scared about something, I get it. You know, when you're really scared, you gotta do that. You gotta do that. So I get it. I did get a chance though. I told you guys that I haven't really got a chance to do anything, but now that I beat Xenoblade, I actually got a chance to watch The Boys in like the new season 5, the first 3 episodes. So I got a chance to do something outside of just video games or editing because, you know, I don't have to play Xenoblade whenever I got free time. So watch The Boys, caught up on that. So that's been good. That's really good. Looking forward to the next episode. I think Friday, right? I think tomorrow for the next episode. Pokemon Champs is going to improve the IRL competition for sure. I mean, they got to obviously add more Pokemon and all that. But yeah, once they actually get it up to speed, I think it'll be good. I've been saving it. Yeah, I've been saving as much money as possible. I'm looking to buy a house before the end of the year. Let's see. Obviously, about home loans and whatnot. Okay. You're oblivious. Oh, oblivious. Yeah. What you're gonna... I mean, if it's your first home, you qualify for... I mean, if you're an American citizen, at least, I think, you qualify for, like, it's called first-time home buyer loan. So what that does is that it makes your down payment and your interest rate a lot lower than what it'd be for somebody who doesn't. So I think it's... You need to pay 20% if you're not on FHA. Compared to, I think it's like 5%, or it's like a much lower percentage of the house that you have to pay. So if you're trying to buy something by the end of the year, definitely look at the FHA loan, and your realtor, whoever you get for your realtor, tell them that this is my first time buying. Do I qualify for FHA loan? And if they say yes, take it, because once again, if you don't, then you're gonna have to pay, I think, 20% down on the house, at least in most places. I don't know about everywhere, but you're gonna pay at least 20. And obviously, houses today. In most places, you know, unless you're looking at a minimum of, you know, 300,000, 400,000, you know, for a house. Some houses could be cheaper, but I mean, depends on what neighborhood you're in, right? Like how many rooms you want. So it's like, so yeah, if you can get FHA loan, go with that. Yeah, I need to catch up on Invincible. Now that I'm caught up on The Boys, I think I need to. I have not watched Invincible yet, so I need to catch up on that. So I'll definitely watch. I'm all caught up. Like the newest season came out just a bit ago. I need to watch that. So. I was scared about how much better my Harley Quinn would have been. I didn't want to make everyone run away. Right. Of course. Spider-Man was all happy and was like, oh, heck yeah, I'm beating people. He was playing online. You had no problem. All of a sudden, you heard Nakata and Void. All of a sudden, you turned into party child, party choke, party scared. This man party man made all sorts of excuses. He was like, oh well, I got a doctor's appointment. Oh man, I got work. Oh man, I'm not feeling so well. Oh, my hand broke. Oh man, my shoulder hurts. This man made every excuse in the book. He was just fine the other day. All of a sudden, he turned into every excuse. It's like midnight. He's at, I'm at work. Yeah, looking into 350 to 400K East Coast. Yeah, you're gonna need the FHA loan, brother. Because if not, then you're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to pay a good portion of that house up front. So. FHA can be as low as 3.5 down. Exactly. I know it was like 5% or below, right? So yeah, look at the FHA, Clark or CK. Chupa also had an excuse. Yeah, he did, but yours was funnier. Curious about the Star Fox rumored game. Doesn't get revealed this month since there's only about a week and a half span to reveal in April, like Nate said. We'll just wait. It'll be revealed. And if it's not, then it's not. I'm not that young and I live with my parents. How can I live? You can live any way that you want to live. I don't care that you live with your parents. That doesn't as long as you don't live with me. I don't care if you guys live with your parents. Live with your parents. Live with your grandparents. Live with your parents. Live with your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad. That doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that you guys are happy. You guys are healthy. You guys are doing what you need to do. You guys are working. You guys are taking care of business. You guys are having fun, and you're making life. You're making the most of life. Just don't be miserable. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, I don't care where you guys live or anything like that. So yeah. Hold up. No spoilers. Metal forever. Let's see here. Party man excuse. I have to go to a date with Princess Peach. With my parents in year 28. So I have no idea what you're talking about, Marion. If we end up getting Wii on NSO this time, do you think we'll finally witness a comeback for the last story in Pandora's Tower? Or does Miss Walker own some of those IPs? Miss Walker doesn't own either one of those. I don't think Miss Walker made Pandora's Tower. I think they made Last Story. But I don't think they own that. I think Nintendo, owns the rights in Japan, and I think Marvelous owns the rights here in the US. So yeah, just don't live with me. I don't care where else you live. You just can't live with me. I already got a full house. I'd be miserable if I was living alone in an apartment and 80% of my monthly income went towards rent. Living with parents helps a lot. It does. It really does. Because you don't have to worry about so much. And like, I had to do that, before I was able to get on my feet, get my job, and be able, to move out, get into an apartment. Then I lived in an apartment for a year, and then after I saved up for that year, then I was able to buy a house after that in 2015. I moved out at the end of 2014 in 2015, and then in 2015 I lived in an apartment for a year, and then in 2016 I got a house. So it's been a cool decade plus now. Marvelous. Oh man, we never seen those games again. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, still though, some people might see that as a spoiler, because like they might not know that it's in there and they want to be surprised by it. So that's the reason why I said it's kind of a spoiler. All right, though. I think we can wrap that up here now, though. I think that's pretty much going to be the show. I think we've answered pretty much all the questions. We've went through everything that we went through. So, if you guys have not checked out my most recent video, check it out. My Pragmata video, doing really good. My update video, doing good. So, if you guys haven't seen that, check it out. I'll have the links for you guys, or a link for you guys right here. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. Like I said, good stuff. We're going to be back tomorrow for JoJo Friday. And then remember, Saturday is the birthday stream. We're going to try to run it around like maybe 3 o'clock Eastern, 3 or 4 o'clock Eastern time. So it should be a lot of fun. So thank you guys so much for coming out to tonight's stream. I want to say big love to Justin, Vargster, all the Elite Ninjas, everybody that got badges by their name, everybody that commented too. Just a party man. Big love to CK. Thank you for coming out. Obviously, cool to see Cuts Lanova. Sean, thank you for the subscription. A lot of new subs during this stream, so thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing, and thank you guys for the donos once again. Blandrew dropping some donos. Justin, of course, George FT dropping some support. Yak Diesel, thank you guys so much, man. I really appreciate that. Paul Gale, all of you guys are awesome. Everybody, thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate that. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow for JoJo Friday, and then we'll have Saturday for the big birthday stream. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. So thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate that. So, all right, we will see you guys tomorrow. I'm pretty sure if I can't stream tomorrow because I'm getting things ready for the birthday stream, I'll let you guys know. But we should have everything ready to go tomorrow. And then, of course, Saturday for the birthday stream. All right, guys. Love y'all so much. Big love to everybody here. Cool guy. That's it. Party man. Love you guys. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for the